Hey, how's it going, folks? Welcome to the Pulse Podcast here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Nate Mullins, Zach Dillon, Eric Hall, and, of course, we've got Greg Kinn, the wizard on the ones and twos, keeping us live. Thanks for tuning in here. Make sure you share the video, like, follow, subscribe on all of our platforms. Guys, let's get right into it. We had a fun time last week. Eric, Zach, you weren't here.
I wasn't.
You were MIA.
I was in Fremont.
Yeah, what were you doing over in Fremont?
I was volunteering for their high school theater program. I was playing the pit.
That's pretty sweet.
Played cello and bass guitar.
That is actually really sweet. I did not know you were that talented.
The many talents of Zach.
Yeah. Keeps his talents under wraps.
I keep him guessing.
I like it. So, yeah, Eric, we had a lot of fun last week, did we not?
I had a blast. Well, Beetlejuice had a blast anyway.
Greggy, did you have fun?
Full show.
Even though you were in a coughing fit when we ended the episode?
I survived. It'll be all right.
Are you eating more banana-flavored things back there?
Nope, chocolate this time.
You would know. You would know.
We got a few things scheduled for this podcast. I don't know if we're going to go 3 hours again, but definitely going to keep you guys entertained here for at least another hour or so. We have Mountain Dew on the docket today. Mountain Dew is our topic of conversation today as they're introducing a new flavor of Mountain Dew. Have you seen this, Zach? Have you seen this?
The only thing I see is that circus peanut on the ground.
Well, we were throwing them at each other last week.
Yeah.
One happened to escape the cleaning.
I'm not a regular Mountain Dew consumer.
Yeah.
I think they were like we had them like in the office that I worked at for like a week. I had like 2 or 3. And that's it.
Yeah? Then now that's the regular Mountain Dew?
A regular Mountain Dew.
Okay. Have you seen the new flavor, though?
Only in the text message you sent me.
Fruit Quake is the flavor, and it is flavored like fruit cake.
The holiday flavor. They did have a gingerbread one, I believe, last year or year before.
Yuck.
And at first taste, I was like, oh, man, that's good. About halfway through it, I was like, okay, I'm done.
It's got nothing on like Verner's ginger ale.
Yeah?
I'll get down with some Verner's. Pride of Michigan.
Yeah. Well, I love Verner's. Verner's and ice cream. Verner's and vanilla ice cream, I think, is one of my favorite pastime pleasures from the short time I spent in Michigan. Somebody kind of turned me on to that while I was living in Michigan, and I'm like, really? Are you kidding me? No, root beer float. No.
You lived in Michigan?
For about a year.
Where?
I went to Gibraltar Carlson for my freshman year.
Oh, you did tell me that.
Yeah.
I did know that.
Yeah, I was 15, 16 during that time. So, yeah, it was kind of a weird time, but it was fun. I got to do row crew. I'd always seen it on the Olympics, but I'd never been a part of it, and it was a fun time. I got to do rowing. I was a part of the football team, did drama, all that stuff. It was fun. But
my high school coach was a coach
that
at one of those Carlson teams.
yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
What was the division called? Do you remember? The River something?
I do not remember. No. Not off the top of my head because
River Rouge?
this would have been 1999, 2000.
Yeah,
Well-
Nate, do you remember what you had for lunch yesterday?
Eric, enough.
Shout out to Greg Dolson.
Enough. All right, so Mountain Dew is kind of one of those things where I feel like every month they're coming out with a new flavor.
Yeah, they're getting out of control.
It's getting ridiculous. There was the Flamin' Hot Cheeto flavor one.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't
Did you ever try that?
No.
No?
No.
Greg,
It didn't last long either.
No, I'm not into the hot
Oh,
stuff.
you don't
like
do
that.
spicy stuff. That's
Yeah,
right.
I do, but not in my drinks.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
trying
just-
to drink it.
This is the first I'm hearing about this.
Yeah, I
Would
don't
you
know if
try
I
it?
even saw
Would
it
I
anywhere.
try it? I mean, I'll try anything once.
Well, chalk that up to I'll remember that later. But no, I just kind of when I saw this on the shelf yesterday at Circle K, I'm like, this is a podcast topic right here. I mean, we got to at least be able to review the fruitcake flavor, but then I also wanted to kind of give rankings for each flavor of Mountain Dew because there's so many different flavors. Wanted to kind of test each kind and give our own rankings for each flavor.
And I knew there was a lot of flavors, but I went out and got all these before the podcast tonight. And
How many?
I came up with 10 different flavors.
Jesus.
And as I'm adding them all up and counting them or looking at all what flavors we had, I realized I didn't even have Baja Blast in there.
What?
So we have 10 flavors without Baja Blast even.
Well, Baja Blast is that's pretty far up there. So
Yeah.
I don't know if we're allowed to do this test without Baja Blast.
Somebody want to go grab one real quick?
Anybody out there want to bring us a Baja Blast?
I don't think I've ever had one.
Do it.
I've seen. I mean, I know they're advertised at Taco Bell, but
Yeah, that used to be the only spot you could get them. When that came out and that was only at Taco Bell, I tried it once and thought it was terrible and never tried it again. And then a couple years ago, I ordered a regular one from there and they gave me Baja Blast on accident and I drank it and I was like, all right, this ain't half bad.
Baja Blast's been out for like 18 years, and Zach's like, I think I've seen it at Taco Bell before.
yeah. I mean, I say I think. I know I've seen it at Taco Bell, but I don't think I've ever had one.
The reason
What's the difference between that and regular Mountain Dew?
the Baja Blast,
Yeah,
it's got more of like an oceany flavor to it.
Oceany flavor.
tastes like shrimp.
Tastes like
saltwater,
Baja,
It
man.
tastes like a wave.
Tastes like Baja.
So is that like? Are we talking like tropical, like
I really
like
don't
pineapple
know.
and
It tastes more
coconut?
blue,
It
I
tastes-
guess.
I think the best way to describe it
You
is
know, like
it's just a blast of Baja.
yes.
I think would be the best way to
It
describe
is a
it.
blast
SoCal?
of Baja. How can you describe the difference between regular Mountain Dew and Baja Blast Mountain Dew? That's a great topic of conversation. I like
Mountain
that.
Dew with a blast of Baja, I think.
It tastes a little more oceany. So the reason why I thought Mountain Dew would be a good topic is, last week we had the hard Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
You guys brought those in. I thought that was really nice of you. You guys are awesome. Once again, thank you for bringing the Mountain Dews this week. And Christy, thank you once again for your help with the
Thank you.
contest. Keeping things in order. Somebody's got to.
Thank you.
Yep, she's
Do we?
behind the scenes working right now, so we don't have to
Do we-
take a 20-minute break and then still be unorganized when we come back.
Yeah, that'll be all right,
Do we have the hard Mountain Dews? Or is that going to be part of the taste test?
It's we can make. I have two flavors. I think there's two flavors in there. I think
figure
there's
it
the
out.
original and I think there's Code Red. And getting to that, there's the flavors that I got tonight. I wanted to make sure that I got the original, obviously, the Code Red, and the Live Wire, because those are the three staples that they have had for a while.
Sure.
Yes.
So
I
those
haven't
three
had
are in there, and then the rest. One of them's that purple. I've never had the purple. I can't remember what it was called.
Which purple?
Purple
Oh, that's
Thunder.
the one that's only available at Circle K.
Yeah. So
I love
liquid Skittles over there.
Oh.
They'll be nice and flat by the time we get to them.
Well, at least they'll be in order.
Yes, at least we'll know which one's which.
So I say we start it as soon as she's done dishing out them cups. Let's just start it.
Okay. Yeah. We got some other things to talk about. I
Yeah,
want to talk
I
about
mean,
college
we can-
football. I
we
want to
can
talk about
talk about it
NFL. I do want to talk about college football first. Let's just
Okay.
dive right into that. Some upsets happened over the weekend.
Yeah, what an exciting weekend.
I think the game that I saw, I knew Georgia was going to take care of business against
Same.
Tennessee. I told you that was going to be, I thought it was going to be a little worse than that, but Tennessee kind of hung in there a little better than I thought they would. And I think the score really wasn't as it was worse. The game was worse than what the score indicated. Georgia really dominated that game, like from start to finish.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, I don't know. I can't be definitive that Georgia is going to run away with it again this year and be the overwhelming title favorite. I didn't come away from that game saying, okay, yep, it's Georgia. Georgia's going to take it all this year again. Like last year, I think there was a couple different times when, there were Georgia games where you saw that team and you were like, yeah, this team's probably going to win it all. I haven't seen that from Georgia this year. And even during that Tennessee game, I didn't see it.
You don't think so?
No, not really. I mean, I feel like they can be beat. I've seen them struggle against a Kent State team. Who else they struggled? They struggled against somebody else earlier in the year where it was kind of like, really? I did not expect them to struggle against them. I can't remember exactly who it was. It was right around that same time frame. But it was just, to me, I think Georgia can be beat. They're not as good as they were last year. They're not as deep as they were last year. And I after that Tennessee game, it didn't really do anything to convince me either way. Like, it didn't convince me that they were worse than what I thought they were or better than what I just think that's who they are. And that's what you're going to get. And I think they're beatable. I do. I just think it's going to take pretty much your best shot. Like, whoever is going to beat them is going to have to give them their best shot.
I
And
think
that leads me into who's your top four.
Well, I think Georgia is kind of definitively the best team in college football.
For sure, right now.
And I think-
absolutely.
I think they were last week over Tennessee anyway, but I think
Correct.
that was just kind of throwing Tennessee a bone. Here, you can be number one for a week.
Here, you
Either-
can feel good about yourself.
Either you will
They
beat
felt
Georgia
real
next
good.
week and you'll earn that number one spot anyway, or you'll lose and you'll lose it anyway. But here you
Right.
go. You've got it for a week.
Well,
Right.
yeah, I think Georgia's been the number one team all year. I think I would
too.
have.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I'm saying after yes, they are the number one team. That's pretty clear to me, and it's clear to everybody. But I'm saying they don't look like they're unbeatable.
No.
That's my statement is from what I've seen from them, they look like if a team can get the right momentum, if they can put together a good solid game plan, they execute, they don't make mistakes, they could beat that team.
Yeah, this isn't one of those Alabama teams that
Yes.
you just chalk up that you know they're going to win the championship, and
Yeah.
what's the point of playing this season?
Exactly.
So we don't have one of those. It makes it a little more exciting, and I think the Buckeyes are just like Georgia's the undisputed number one team. I think Buckeyes are number two, and that would be a very, very fun national championship matchup.
If it comes to that, yeah, for sure. Buckeyes got to take care of business first.
They do got to take care of
There-
business.
There's a big target
Yep, there's a big hurdle
on the schedule
coming up too.
in front of them, and that's.
Yep, there's a big hurdle
I
coming
still
up.
am not convinced that they're able to take care of that business. I will wait and see what happens
well,
when that team up north comes down to play Ohio State. That's all I got to say. I'm a Buckeye fan. I don't want to sound like a hater, but from what I've seen out of this team, they don't look very physical. And when if you want to get in a physical game with this team, if you have the guys that can be physical the entire game, I think you could probably manhandle this team.
well,
That's what Michigan did last year.
Well, I am a hater. You guys all know my thoughts on Ohio State. I think still, I don't know. Michigan, while still very good, I don't know if they're on the same level as Ohio State and Georgia. I think Ohio State and Georgia, the gap there is a lot closer than the gap between Ohio State and Michigan.
Okay.
And then the gap there is even closer than Michigan and the 4 team. The 4 team should be TCU.
Yeah. All right. So there you have that's your top four. Then.
That's my top 4.
You got
Georgia,
Ohio State.
Ohio State, Michigan, TCU.
Okay.
But it's a good TCU team.
Oh, for sure. And Eric, who you got top 4?
I already talked about number 1 and 2 being Georgia and Ohio State. I think I also have Michigan 3. That's where they really are, right?
Yeah.
They're ranked 3 right now.
In the AP.
And I don't think they earn it right now, but I still think that Tennessee can earn that number 4 spot.
Ooh.
So if Tennessee goes unbeaten,
Yeah, if they win out the rest of the season,
even if
would have
like
to-
TCU wins out,
yeah, because they love forcing those teams out. Like the NCAA doesn't want to see that team in there.
it's true.
Everybody
Big
else
12
wants to
teams.
see it in, and the NCAA doesn't.
I think you're right that Tennessee is a much more exciting draw than like
Yeah,
TCU
and that's what.
Well,
even like who. I mean, who's
and what's the
5-6
NCAA all
right now?
about?
TCU has Texas this weekend, and
That's gonna be a
according
great
to
game, dude.
ESPN, Texas is favored in that game.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's a night game at Texas. It's going to be a tough game for the Horned Frogs. Not saying they can't win that game, but it's definitely swinging in the favor of the Longhorns for that. So,
You know what I've realized this year though? I think almost every week the game of the week has been in the Big 12.
the game of the week.
Yeah. I think they have constantly put out like exciting football,
Okay.
exciting products. Like Oklahoma State, they just
Big 12.
yeah. Oklahoma State lost bad, but I mean when they were good, that's fun to watch. Texas, Baylor, even like it's good football. And it's fun to watch.
I don't know. I guess I've never really thought of Big 12 football as fun to watch. It is because there's no defense. Like, it's a lot of offense and a lot of slinging the ball around, and it's always been that way.
Yeah, and you know how I feel about the wing T when we cover like Gibsonburg or whatever.
Yeah, and you don't like defense.
Well, it's not that I don't like defense. It's not that I don't like defense. It's that I don't like boring offense. I dislike boring offense more than I dislike great defense, if that makes sense.
For sure.
And then Greggy's fighting Irish.
How about them fighting Irish?
Hell yeah.
I know he's been waiting back
come on
there.
now.
I said it, man.
He
I
goes,
said they
hell yeah.
were gonna, Yep. I told Nate, I said they're going to take it to him. Nate agreed because he's like, Clemson's not as good as everybody thinks they are, man.
Correct.
Yeah,
I
go
don't
back and
believe
look at the tape.
Yeah, none of us thought that Clemson was anything this year.
Okay, but how many of you guys thought they were going to get throttled by Notre Dame?
No.
Nah, I didn't think that was going to happen.
Not throttled, but I was not surprised.
I like that.
But, yeah, the LSU upset over Alabama. Now,
Man, that was,
LSU goes with the 2-point conversion to win the game, a la Baldwin Wallace on Saturday against Heidelberg. I watched that late night, and I'm like, oh, my God, shades of Heidelberg earlier in the day.
Can we talk about that for just a second?
Just a minute.
I was not at the game for the first time since I've been at college. I was not at the Heidelberg game. It was the first one I missed. But I did get to catch overtime as I was coming out of the theater, and what an insane! It was like a triple. It wasn't even a double move route. It was like a triple move. What did you think about that? What did you see that game?
Well, I will say, we were all talking about it on the broadcast about what do you do here when it was, I think it was fourth, or it was like they had the ball inside the red zone and they were driving, and it was a situation where do you run it here? Do you pass it here? Well, all three of us on the broadcast said, well, we think you should run the ball, run some time off the clock, try to get, better field position, whatever, for a field goal. Well, then they pass it, they throw an interception. Baldwin Wallace takes it down the field. They kick the field goal to tie the game. It was just, you could have won the game right there by either A, grinding out that clock and kicking a field goal, giving them very little time left when they get the ball back, or B, you just grind out the rest of that clock, don't even kick a field goal, and just try to grind out the rest of the clock on the ground. They still had an opportunity to pick up that first down. So just looking back, you can say coulda, woulda, shoulda on a lot of different aspects. But, I mean, when you're in the heat of the moment like that, coaches they're just trying to make a play. They're trying to call the right
Trying to win the ball game.
Trying to win the ball game. If they would have got that touchdown, if they would have caught the ball and caught the touchdown there, that puts them up by 2 scores, game's over. Done. No, there's no doubt about it. Instead of the field goal, which would have still been a 1-score game, 1-possession ball game, that touchdown would have put them up by 2 scores. So I don't fault the call. I don't fault anybody. It's just Baldwin Wallace really showed up to play at the end of that game, man. 13 points unanswered in the fourth quarter after being down by 13 at half. And then to just absolutely throw your balls on the table and go for it at the end, just going for the 2-point conversion to win that game.
Phenomenal call.
That's exactly what I said on the broadcast.
I
said if I'm a road coach and I'm coming into a road environment like that, I'm going for it.
That's the Mike Tomlin special. Now what I will say, that game is kind of, I don't want to say every year, but in the past couple years, that game's for kind of third place in the OAC. And it was just, man,
What a battle.
What a battle! It kind of sucks that Heidelberg goes out that way. I mean, they got a game this week that they'll win, but
yeah,
it's just like they had such high hopes for the season. I think everybody did that kind of knows that team or is from Tiffin area. But it was just like, you got all these seniors coming back and all the experience. Your offensive line has been together for 4 years almost, and it's just.
But I think one thing that nobody considered, well, I think everybody considered it, but it wasn't talked about as often as, when we mentioned everybody having all these returning seniors, all this returning experience, so did everybody else. All these other schools had that exact same returning seniors, returning experience, all these 5-year seniors, 6-year seniors, these guys that had that extra year that was available to every school. So that's why, it's so hard to catch that lightning in a bottle in the OAC and get that third, even the second, even the third spot, but to get to that second or even, to get to the first spot, nobody else has been there and however, who knows how long, but that's a tough conference, man. That's just, like you said.
There's a reason it's one of the best in the nation.
Yeah. For sure. So college football-wise, you had the upset with LSU over Alabama. Big call by Brian Kelly at the end of that game. I'm kind of disappointed he didn't show up to the podium with his southern accent. But,
hey, how y'all doing?
But hey, big win for LSU. And isn't that 2 years in a row? There's a pick.
And a flag.
Flag. Yeah, it's going to be holding.
So we do have a comment here while we're talking college football. Thoughts on Texas A&M? They just got absolutely curb stomped by Florida.
Yeah, and they're paying Jimbo Fisher like 10 times as much money as Kevin Sumlin to have the exact same record as him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that wipes out the interception. So
pass interference, Chucky Clark.
Chucky, football. Woo.
Shouldn't have played for the Ravens.
How about your Sparties? Knocking off Illinois.
It was a good game too.
That was a good game, huh?
It was that was just like kind of mistake-free football. I think they threw one pick, but it was just kind of constricting the entire game. If that they just didn't give them anything, and that was fun to watch as a Spartans fan.
So you guys got TCU at 4. They struggled with Texas Tech. They've had some problems with teams that aren't really that good. They played good against good teams. I feel like every game they played has been close. No matter if they're playing a team that's good or a team that's bad, every game's going to be close. At least they're giving their fans their money's worth.
Yeah, they're scrappy, right? They've found a way to win consistently.
For sure.
They play well in the fourth quarter, play well in overtime. They just find ways to win, and that's a kind of team they can shock some people. Yeah. Now I'm not calling for any upsets over a Georgia if they're playing in the national champion or if they're playing in the football or in the playoffs. Go that far? But I don't know. I think they're a well coached team, and I think that they find ways to win.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't think they're going to get past Texas this weekend.
No,
you don't think so?
No, I don't know.
I think this is where they're.
If they win, they're a lock though for the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they are a lock.
Yeah, they're not going to have any other challenges the rest of the season.
No, and then it would be between. If that happens, it would be between. For that 4 spot, because I think that moves them up to 3. It would be between the loser of Michigan, Ohio State for 4. If you if you think Tennessee's coming back, like you said.
Well, that's the other thing I was going to bring up.
And USC, we haven't talked about them at all.
Yeah, because they're sitting there at 8.
They just went over Cal, big, right?
No, not really. By 6.
Oh, big score though.
Well, they put up 41.
41 to 35.
UCLA, another one.
UCLA.
They put up 50 on Arizona State. Gave up 36, but
I feel like,
Pac-12's another one of those conferences that, kind of like the Big 12. They're putting up a lot of points, not playing a whole lot of defense.
Sure.
It's fun to watch, but nobody's really up for those games. Nobody stays up past 10 o'clock to watch a football game.
And I think that's part of it. I don't know too much about them. And I feel, because USC's obviously, I've just been stat.
I think that's why USC is moving to the Big Ten. I think that's why they want to move to the Big Ten, because they want to get that exposure.
I absolutely hate that too, though. It's horrible.
Eh,
Horrible. Because like
you're creating two super conferences. That's what it's gonna come down to.
you're creating two.
It's basically
super
like
conferences,
college
but-
football is going to go to the NFC and the AFC. Just think of it that way. Then it'll all start to make sense because then you can start to say, okay, now they have divisions in those, and then you can just kind of separate them that way, and that way it kind of makes sense.
If they do it, I wouldn't have. I would prefer like hockey. Like you have a East Coast and you have a West Coast or basketball or whatever.
Right.
Like you just have like you split down the middle and you have divisions within your side of the country, and then that's just how it goes. Now that creates like Michigan and Ohio State are in the same conference as Bama and Georgia, and you lose every year. But also, I don't have to stay up past 11 o'clock to watch a football game.
You guys can go ahead and stop talking about USC because they ain't making it into anything because they still have to go through Notre Dame this year.
Ooh. Yeah, you're Irish sneaking into the top 25 now at number 20, huh?
Yep. Notre Dame's still got Navy, Boston College, and then the last game is USC, I believe.
So you're
Join a
telling me
real
there's
conference
chance.
like
How's
a real
that
school.
at South Bend?
Well, if it isn't every college football fan for the last 15, 20 years, that join a conference. You guys suck.
Nobody even wants to play with you guys.
They're scared. Everybody's
You're
scared.
like the stinky kid on the playground.
Stinky kid with all the national championships. Woo!
They got a lot of dust on them, though, but...
Hey!
You got any of those crystal ones, or are they all still the ones that are on the wooden plaques?
National championship is a national championship, all right?
just like the Lions have a pro football trophy
Hey,
back in
so-
the 50s.
The Browns do too.
Browns got a lot of those.
That's right. The Browns, what was
lot
it,
of
8
them.
out of 10 years they were world champions or something like
Yeah,
that?
go read the sign on our bathroom door. That's so funny. Yeah, Michigan fans can boast about their national titles from 1920.
From the 50s. Yeah, they can do that, and they do.
We got like 9 national titles. Yeah, well, 5 of them are from pre-1910. Who cares?
I mean, I don't know about you guys.
That's
but
my grandpa too. He's like, "Oh, the Lions used to be good." I'm like, "Thank you." Back post World War II.
I've been a lifelong Notre Dame fan. I remember when they brought me a national championship when I was like 3 years old in '88.
In 88.
Yeah, you remember that?
Of course
you
I
don't
do.
remember that.
No shot, dude. No shot. People don't become conscious until they're like 7 or 8. That's when they start remembering things.
Greggy's like, I had a Rick Meyer jersey.
I saw pictures.
Oh, that's good.
That is a topic I wanted to bring up, though, was with Michigan and
All right.
Ohio State. If
Duvernay, I need like 50 points from you tonight, Bubba.
good luck. But if that's a close game, one way or the other, can you see, like, with the way that things went this weekend and all these top 5 teams, well, all these,
Which game are we talking about?
Ohio State, Michigan,
Okay.
if it's a close game and both teams go undefeated throughout until then, obviously, with all the teams going down and having, Alabama having 2 losses now, could both teams sneak in?
I think
Yeah. I would take
Absolutely.
I would take a 1-loss Michigan over a 1-loss Tennessee,
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
or a 1-loss Ohio State, or
Especially, but it has to be
Anybody
a close
almost.
game.
Yeah, because if it's
The
close,
game
you almost
has
need
to
the
be a close
rematch.
game.
Yeah.
It probably doesn't even have to be that close. Like
but you just can't have a
within
blowout.
2 touchdowns.
Yeah, you can't have a
We
blowout.
say this, but in the past, the committee has not said
Yeah,
this.
we've had it.
I've seen a game
Yeah.
where you had the number 1 team versus the number 2 team. The number 1 team beat the number 2 team 42-39.
Yeah.
And everybody in the nation was saying they should have a rematch.
Bring it on
These
again.
are the 2 best teams in the nation. They should totally play a rematch. What happens? Florida goes and plays national championship. Ohio State, Troy Smith goes on a buffet tour and puts on 30 pounds after the Heisman. And, Florida showed up to play, and Ohio State forgot there was a game.
I mean, it really is dumb, and it really does tick me off the way that college football plays out, where it's like, if you had undefeated Ohio State and undefeated Michigan, and like, let's say one only lost to the other one, but it happened in week 3, you have a very good chance of both still being
yeah.
in the playoffs.
Oh, that's also a good point.
But
it
if
does
it happens
depend
at the
on when.
end,
Yeah, it happens at the end, and it
You're
changes
done
everything
fresh.
somehow.
You just lost.
Like, come on.
sorry, you're done. Bye. See ya.
You're washed.
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 Speaking of washed, let's wash some Mountain Dew down, huh?
Yeah, looks like it's all
Let's
ready
get down.
over there.
What do we got here, Christy?
I think we just start with original, right?
I think we're going with original first.
All right, so we're starting backwards.
Okay.
So you got a paper over there. You're going to take our scores.
I'm taking scores. Why don't you keep your hands
Well, then we need paper.
Here. This is your
Here's your paper.
lineup.
Thank you.
So how are we gonna do these scores? Does
Are
everybody?
you
want a piece of
testing
paper?
too?
I don't like it. It's all trash.
Oh, she doesn't. know
It's all zeros.
All zeros.
All right,
you.
Greggy gets to taste too.
Christy,
Are we
see
gonna
through.
spin it around like we're wine
Christy,
tasting?
see through.
When she walks in front of the
I'll
camera.
write down everybody's score over here.
Oh!
No, but it's not even see-through because it's just the background. Like she still covers us up.
Yeah, because,
She's just
it's because you guys are in the same.
she makes
technical
us
layer.
invisible.
This floating head walks by and blocks us.
So yeah, it's basically the same thing as if you just put a green screen in front of you guys.
Right.
It would cover you guys completely. So
What would you compare the smell to?
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Lightning.
Cleaner. No, it's like Pine Sol. I mean, I like it, but
Smells like
smells like bathroom cleaner.
smells like morning to me because this is my coffee.
Cups are also.
Does that smell like bathroom cleaner?
Get what you're drinking.
It does.
What? You wouldn't drink it if it smelled like bathroom cleaner. I'd be like, yeah, I'm good.
Well, it smells
gonna
like
give that-
bathroom cleaner in the best possible way,
Oh
Greg.
my god.
I'm gonna give that a solid 7.4.
How am I gonna do this here?
I like that.
How am I gonna do this?
First initial.
That was
and then
yummy.
the number.
Next, we'll do the real sugar one.
What'd you give it, Nate? A 7.4?
7.4.
I'm going 9.5 just because that's. I mean,
Cheers.
this is my drink right here. Is the original Mountain Dew.
I'll go 6. Not bad.
Greggy, what you got?
I'll give it an 8.
I give it an 8.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be the
Original.
Denmark.
There we go.
Is it Denmark that always gives low scores and
Next
like
up.
diving?
This is the one with real sugar. Same shit.
Oh yeah, so I want to compare the two Mountain Dews.
Mountain Dew, real sugar.
The two original Mountain Dews. This is the one with real sugar instead of whatever not real sugar is. I
Now, this
guess.
one doesn't smell quite as radioactive.
No, it's good.
Right. Whenever I see something that says made with real sugar, I'm like, what the hell's everything else made with?
Fake sugar.
Ooh, I don't know.
See, I've never been.
I think I might like the fake sugar better.
Yeah, that's less good. For sure.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's like a 5.8.
It's more of a flat, almost. diet.
Yeah. It has definitely
Flavor.
doesn't have as much like carbonation taste to it for some reason.
So what is this one? The real sugar. I'm gonna keep everybody in order here.
I still like it.
Nate
though.
Mullins gives it a 5.5.
5.8 is what I give it.
5.8. I'm
Yep.
sorry. Greg Kin gives it a what?
I'm gonna give it a 7. I still like it.
I give it a 6.5.
I'll give it a 5.
I'm gonna get crazy and I'm gonna mix the two together that I have back here.
Ooh.
Ooh. I'm not leaving.
Getting
I'm not
crazy.
leaving any.
Are you just going to make a suicide back there, Greggy?
Mountain Dew suicide. I'll need one of them of all 11 that we have when we're done here.
Oh, man.
That needs to be a thing.
All right,
And then
I'll
we'll
try
grade
that.
that.
As long as there's no flaming Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew kitchen sink.
Watch it be the best thing we've ever had in our lives.
Berry lemonade.
I'll give it tasting notes like a bourbon.
Wait, raspberry lemonade?
Raspberry lemonade is called the Spark,
Thank you.
I believe. So we're going with
I've
the Spark.
probably had most of these because every
Spark.
time I see a crazy new one in the store,
Yep.
I'm always like, oh, I gotta
Same.
try that.
The only one on here I haven't tried is the new Fruit Quake.
Yeah, I haven't tried that one yet, actually.
That's not good.
I don't know.
I like it.
It's good. It's got the right flavors. It definitely tastes like some raspberry
Gavin
lemonade.
Duvernay.
Raspberry, it's a
Oh, wait, no,
raspberry
it's not.
lemonade.
Is it?
Oh, you got me all excited.
Oh, it's Isaiah Likely. I have him on my team.
Oh, not likely.
I have him on my team. Let's go.
Am I going to get points from that? Not likely.
Me.
All right, for the raspberry lemonade, I'm giving that like a 4.6.
Ooh, Nate, the low score.
Okay, so
not
hold,
like it.
hold on. Are we grading these by what we like them out of 10, or Or are we grading them by what they taste like, what they say they taste like?
No, what we like them.
Ooh,
How
that's
we
a good
like
point,
them.
though.
How we like
them.
them as well.
Okay.
Good point, though.
That is a good question.
Because in the end, we're gonna average all these and then
Yes.
just decide what the top 10 is.
Correct.
I'll give that a 3.8.
Okay.
Nothing is really gotten me.
Yeah, he's
No.
not a Mountain Dew fan. I'm gonna give that one a solid 7.8. I do like that one. I like raspberry flavored though.
Greggy, what you got?
I like raspberry too.
Let's go with the 6.
6. All right. So that was Mountain Dew Raspberry Lemonade Spark. What do we got next, Christy? Mountain
Oh,
Dew
this is another one I haven't
Purple
tried.
Thunder.
Yeah, this is another new one for me.
That is
Thank
electric
you, thank
purple.
you.
Yeah.
Skittles over there.
Yeah, this this one
Smells
smells really
like
radioactive.
Dynatap a little bit.
Oh, it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah. It has a cough syrup smell to it for sure.
It didn't taste like I expected it to.
Luke Bryan
kinda
sounds
like
like a frog.
I kind of like that.
Sounds like a country
Purple
frog.
Thunder. Purple Drank.
Isn't this one like plum flavored or something?
Does it say a flavor?
Yeah, because it's not grape. It doesn't taste
No,
like
that's
grape.
not a grape flavor.
Or like a white.
Berry.
Wow, look at it.
Great.
Great.
With the Mountain Dew knowledge.
That would have been a good one to just have her name like this is Spark. You drink it and tell me what flavors are.
That is what we could have done.
That would have been a fun one.
Yes. I'm going to say 8. Just a straight 8.
Ooh, I like that one.
That's the best one yet.
See, I feel like I got to be in like a plum soda kind of mood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're not.
You got to be like
You got to be in your house
How
robe.
often are you
with
in a
your,
plum soda kind of mood?
with your,
Not
with your
often.
slippers?
I was in a plum soda kind of mood in a 2017 film festival.
and
You gotta be-
missed
that's what.
Nate
That's the
says-
last time I was a
Missed it by this much.
Nate says you gotta
Japanese
be
plum soda. I remember that too.
You gotta be in your house robe and your slippers.
Yep.
In Circle K on a Saturday morning.
I'll give that a 4.5.
Zach's score when he's not in a plum soda mood is a 4.5.
Put an asterisk next to it. If I was in a plum soda kind of mood, that might be a 7, but we're not there yet.
I'm gonna give that a 6.8. It was eh.
Yeah, okay. Greggy, what you got?
Let's go 7.5.
All righty.
So let's change it up then. I'll tell you what it is and you tell me what it tastes like.
Okay.
This is voltage.
I should know what voltage is, but I don't remember.
Ah, yes. Blue.
Voltage is one of the top.
That's a blue raspberry.
Yeah, I want to say it's blue raspberry, but it is delicious.
I like that one as well.
It's got a little bit of a
It tastes like
Like a-
tutti frutti.
like a gummy bear almost.
Like, sure. I don't know what flavor tutti frutti is, but I would describe it as that.
I will give that a 7.6.
I'll give that a 6.5. I like that.
That's your highest score yet. I
Oh,
think.
is it?
I believe. Yeah, your highest before that was a 6.
Why does
So
it kind of taste like bubblegum?
Yeah,
Kinda,
I can-
a little bit.
I can see that a little bit too.
Like bubblicious?
Yeah.
I'm going to Google what flavor tutti frutti is.
It's raspberry citrus with ginseng.
Ooh.
Okay.
Eric, what you got?
I like voltage a lot. I'm going to go 8.5 on that.
Okay, all right. Greggy.
I'll give it an 8.
So that
give it an
so
8?
far might be the highest averaged.
It
Flavor.
definitely is, yeah.
I believe so.
Voltage in the lead.
Next up is frostbite.
Frostbite.
All I know about
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one is
yeah.
there's a shark
There's
on
a
the
shark
bottle.
And that's all I got for you because it doesn't tell me.
Shark
Oh, it
flavor.
doesn't tell you any flavors
Man,
on there.
all of these are like antifreeze cover.
They are like antifreeze.
They look like antifreeze.
Bro, I'm a complete sucker
Oh.
for the marketing strategy of making things colorful, making them appetizing looking. Like
I want it
I'll
to look
buy-
like it can kill me.
I'll buy drinks just because they're cool looking colors. I'm like, oh yeah, that looks delicious. It looks
I'm the
delicious.
same way with candy. Like orange candy wrappers get me every time. That's why I think I like Reese's so much. Anything
That's,
Reese's. They'll
that's
give
like
the
orange
brown
flavored.
Reese, and I'm like, oh hey, I gotta buy that.
That's orange flavored, but it's dyed blue.
Yeah, I can taste that. Nate, do you remember the whiteout Mountain Dew?
I remember
White
Whiteout.
Mountain Dew?
I remember
That's
that.
what this tastes like to me.
What is this?
And
thing
I don't know
called
what
again?
flavor that is.
Frostbite.
Somebody Google what flavor Frostbite is.
I'll do it.
It's got to
But
be
you
some
s-
kind of berry in there. It's blue.
Yeah, there's a
No, I don't.
bet
I think it's orange.
I
It's
bet
like
that's
citrus.
bomb pop flavor.
maybe a tri-berry type
It
thing.
tastes like bomb pop to me.
I'm gonna go with a tri-berry.
Like a bomb pop. That's what I'm getting. Like
It's a cool melon.
a cool melon.
Kind of citrusy.
What melon is blue?
I like that. I like
Or is that the
one a
cool
lot.
part?
That's what makes it cold.
They're like, it's cool because it's blue, guys.
Dabba dee
frost.
dabba die. I'll give that a 7.
7. No,
Yeah, that was better.
very
but,
nice. That's
same
your
kind of
highest
vein.
score.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give that an 8.2. I like that one a lot.
Nice. Nate, I like that score. I'm gonna copy you. 8.2.
But I like it a little better, so 8.3.
Greggy,
I'm gonna say 8 because I feel like the flavor was maybe a little less strong than the last one, but the flavor was better than the last one.
Yeah,
I think the opposite. I think it was a stronger
Similar.
flavor. It hit me more. And the red rocket goes down.
let's go Ravens D.
What did you just say?
I got him starting in fantasy. Come
I don't
on,
give
man.
a fuck. This is for the.
I got
for
Justin
the AFC
Tucker, I got
North.
Ravens D, and I got Devin Duvernay going tonight. Let's
Oh
go.
God.
And you're still going to lose by
Okay,
30.
so how about the Ravens D does a great job and somehow still loses? Does that sound good?
Yes, let's go with that.
That's
I'm
fine.
cool with that. Though I don't want the Steelers
All
to
right,
face
so
a hot Saints
Frostbite
team next week.
done and over with. That was the highest rated so far.
For sure.
Absolutely.
For your buddy.
This one, this is your fruit quake.
Oh, the
So
new
this is
flavor.
the
Here
new
we
Oh,
go.
please be
here.
red.
It's like
Oh,
brown, isn't it?
No,
Oh,
it's
it is red.
maroon. Yeah.
Oh, this
Now-
Oh, it
is
smells
not-
like straight cherry cough syrup.
I can't even see the bottom of the cup.
Now, have you guys actually had fruit cake?
Oh, yes.
I have
This
not, so
smells
I don't know
just
what-
like fruit
This
cake.
is an experience.
I don't know
I'm
what
not-
to expect. I've
It
never had
tastes
fruit
no.
cake.
It tastes like It tastes like eating like taking
Oh,
a
no.
bite out of like
Did you take a drink?
Christmas scented air freshener.
Oh,
Oh no. Austin just commented and said this one's disgusting.
oh my God.
I'm scared.
This is like straight
Oh,
Febreze
Son of a
Christmas
bitch.
scent.
I can't do this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it smells like. It definitely smells like a home air freshener with like cinnamon sticks and potpourri and stuff.
So
I-
you're eating one of those trees.
I kind of like it though.
It smells like
wrong with
peppermint.
It has
or
the
cinnamon.
exact same consistency as NyQuil.
It looks like it. It tastes like it.
It's a lot of ginger, nutmeg, and citrus.
Oh, I can't.
It tastes like
And maraschino cherries.
and
I'm getting
maraschino.
a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
like
maraschino
it's like a
cherries.
mulled wine kind of thing though. If you put yourself in that headspace,
Do it. Try it.
Oh.
I'm showing the camera what it looks like now.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
yeah, it's like a mulled wine type deal. It's not
This is-
horrible.
God, I'm scared.
It's staining the cup.
It does taste like an air freshener.
It does, yeah.
It won't get off my tongue.
It won't get off my tongue. I need a palate cleanser here.
Nope.
No, Greggy's like, nope. I can't even finish.
I don't
This is
wanna
the only
finish
one I haven't
this.
finished yet.
I did.
Zach's like, I'm going to score this one pretty good.
It tastes like Christmas.
It tastes like Christmas smells.
It does.
Yeah, and that's terrible.
If it was bitter, it would taste like like eating.
It would taste like a
eating
candle.
a Febreze, like a candle, like a holiday candle.
Yeah.
This tastes like
I'm about to say, how much experience do you have with?
God. No.
this tastes like you were the last person to get to Christmas dinner and they saved you a plate in the microwave.
Aw,
And
how
it got
thoughtful.
all mixed together. and this is the regret of eating this.
Oh, you know what?
After getting
it's like
home from working
it's
all
like
day.
this. It's like ginger, nutmeg, and like cranberry. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
you
the
definitely taste
citrus.
the cranberry.
Yeah.
And the maraschino cherries are coming through big. Like
Yeah,
hard.
yeah. That's like a mulled wine type deal.
I taste.
I mean, yeah, sure.
I taste the Dynatap. I still taste it. It won't leave my tongue.
So hard.
All right, what's everybody giving it?
Ugh.
I already put my score down as a 1.2.
Oh god, that was awful.
I
I finished it though.
shouldn't have. I drank.
Nate,
all
what are you
mine.
giving?
Quake is what we're calling it? Fruit quake.
Quake.
You make my
yeah.
fruit quake.
You said 1 point what?
I said 1.2.
You make
Are
my
writing
fruit
them down?
quake.
I'm writing them down over here.
We got analog and digital.
I'll
Oh,
quit.
good.
I'll quit.
You make my fruit quake.
Oh god.
My
I'm gonna
fruit
say
quake.
like a 0.7. That was awful.
Well, these guys are being hyperbolic.
Sorry, that was just.
I'll give it a 4.
Oh,
I feel like-
Mr. I hate everything Mountain Dew.
He
Well, you're
liked
not
that
willing
one.
to go down that far.
Yeah, well, no, I didn't like it, but like it wasn't like poison. I mean, it was like, all right,
Compared to all other Mountain Dew, that was poison.
4 might be a little high. I'll go 3.5.
And Christy's like, it's all poison. I don't.
It's in Sharpie. It's too late.
All right, 4. 4 is fine. If you're in if you're in like the headspace, if you're like,
I'm waiting for Greggy's.
what if it was
He's gonna
warm?
have it in a wine
Greggy's gonna be
glass
like
on Christmas Eve as he's waiting for the clock. He's like, "Let's have our glass of Earthquake Mountain Dew."
Earthquake.
Fruitquake. Earthquake.
Greggy.
It's not that bad.
What you got?
So, I was
It's gonna make you cough.
I was gonna go with under 1, but I guess in a life or death situation, if I needed something to drink, I could choke it down. So I'll give it a 1. But God, it is awful.
All right.
I'd rate it higher than cucumber lime Gatorade. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my
probably.
god.
You want to talk
that
about
is
the worst drink
Is that not
I've
good?
ever had? It is
Cucumber,
awful.
lime.
It doesn't
Gatorade
sound
is
bad.
It's
Disgusting.
that's what I said. I'm like, well, I
like
cucumbers.
I like cucumber water. I like
Christy,
lime
you're
water.
holding on to something over here. I don't want to make you hold it too long. What do you
So,
got?
it looks like live wire too.
Oh,
Redemption!
Oh, this is gonna be the
Bring
highest
it.
score.
Redemption.
Thank you for the palate cleanser, by the way. This is a
Ooh, it's
perfect
orange.
follow-up. I swear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is the good shit right here.
This is the good
Oh,
stuff.
I love me some live wire.
You know, this stuff is 10 times better out of a can, though.
I feel like a lot of drinks are that way. Oh my god! Weirdly, they just taste slightly different, and everybody's like, "Yeah, it tastes like aluminum," and I'm like, "Well, then I like aluminum because I think it tastes good."
Well, and aluminum cans
Greg,
have a plastic
notable
lining, so that's kind of
aluminum
dumb.
enjoyer.
I don't know.
Aluminum enthusiast.
They don't call him Greg Metal Mouth Kin for nothing.
All right. Eric, where you at?
I gave the original 9.5, and I give Livewire a 9.5.
Zach, what you got?
I think it's a worse version of Fanta, but not that bad.
Oh.
I'll give it a 6.4.
6.4. All right. This is my favorite by far. This is going to be a 9.1. Greggy, what you got?
Well, it's definitely not a cheap knockoff of Fanta.
I didn't say cheap. That's probably more expensive. I didn't say cheap.
This is a 9.5 for sure. Livewire is the shit.
Yes, yes, yes. All right.
Three
What
left.
we got next? We got 3 more?
We have voodoo.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
you
is
can't.
no-
You won't find the ingredients for this because they
Thank
never
you.
tell you.
Oh, it's white too.
It is white.
All right, I'm going to use my master palette to figure this
Yeah,
out.
good luck. Thank you.
I've had this one a couple times. It's very, very sweet.
You've had this year's version a couple times.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because every Halloween they come out with a new version of it for the last however many years. It's pretty good each time. I never know what it is.
4 on the bottle. I wonder if it's the 4th year they've done it.
Yep.
Probably.
Yep.
Yeah. Sounds right.
Really
It is
sour.
extremely sweet. I wonder if it's Sour Patch Kids.
I like how one of you guys said it's really sour.
No, that's
you know,
no.
extremely sweet.
No, Eric hit the nail on the head. That is a Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah, I think
It's
it is.
100% sour.
That's
Like,
It's pretty close to what that flavor would
Absolutely
be.
a Sour
It's
Patch
got the
Kid,
sweet
yeah.
and the
no,
sour.
yeah, you're 100% right.
Are you kidding me?
That was almost insane.
What what an arm, man. Like he just flicked his wrist and threw the ball 60 yards down the field.
Did they have a guessing contest on these voodoos? Does anybody know?
That
You
is-
ever seen that they do?
I don't. I've looked the last couple of years and I've never seen any results for what the actual ingredients are. I feel like they don't tell you. Like,
We've got it. We
Oh,
figured it out.
the Morgan Moses caused that fumble too. The right tackle. No, I mean just take a sip and think in your head like orange Sour Patch Kid or blue Sour Patch Kid. That's
Yeah.
that's 100% what
Yeah,
that
It's
is.
delicious
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right on.
I've liked other. One of the other year voodoos I liked better than this. It's always white. The bottles always look the same, but they taste different, slightly different.
All right, Eric, what you got? Grade.
That's a good 8.3. I want to say.
All right, Zach.
7.4.
Ooh,
Yuck.
that one came from deep.
Oh, is it spelled voodoo? Oh, well, that's funny.
oh,
Voodoo.
I did find something here that has listed what the flavors were. I guess
From previous years, just not this year.
it says 2019 was a candy corn flavored mystery. 2020 it says a fruit candy explosion flavored.
They're all candy flavored and they're for Halloween.
That is
21.
definitely a Sour Patch.
That's-
Kid.
that-
21
yeah, you're
says a fruit chew candy flavored. 22 says a sour candy flavored mystery variant.
Yeah, 100%.
And then 23 just says an upcoming yet to be revealed mystery.
No,
That's Sour Patch Kid.
no. That was not Sour Patch Kids. That's Trolli. Those are Trolli
Really?
gummy worms. I say Trolli gummy
I mean,
worms.
it's like the same thing, ain't it? Pretty much like.
Kinda, but also
Kinda.
that's Sour Patch Kid.
But it's very similar, but not quite the same.
But I do like
different.
I do like their ability to take these flavors and put them in the Mountain Dews and like, I mean, look like that right there is 4 different flavors each year.
When is Mountain Dew gonna have the balls to try a Reese's peanut butter cup flavor?
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah, trust me.
they put hot Cheetos in it, so
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
That's true.
I'm saying 7.7. Greg, what do you got for this one?
I'm gonna go with same thing, 7.7.
Ooh, 7.7.
I did get some pretty high ratings.
All right.
That was my highest
Now,
rating yet, I think.
we joked around about the Reese's flavored thing, right? But have you guys ever had a chocolate flavored soda?
No.
Chocolate flavored Pepsi is disgusting.
Now I've had some that were good and some that were bad. The other day I actually had a Bang that was like chocolate something
Oh, I've
flavored.
seen those.
And I was like, dude, I don't know what to expect
Code
from
Red,
this.
I'm assuming.
Thank you.
It was really good. It tastes like a chocolate Tootsie Roll Pop or something like that.
Code Red.
We have a Code Red.
Code Red.
This one's always been good too.
Now, this was the original spin-off of Mountain Dew, correct?
Think
From what
this
I
was
understand,
the very
This
first.
was the first.
This is the very first flavor they made.
Uh-huh. and
Now,
then-
this is what I used to do when I worked at Pizza Hut. I would take Mountain Dew and mix it with fruit punch and make my own
Oh,
before
you
Code
go,
Red came
yeah.
out. So,
yeah, Code
Code
Red's always
Red-
been a staple, man, for sure. Like this, it's like Code Red came out and Livewire came out, and then they
Yeah.
came out with Game Fuels that were red and orange, and you're like, what's the difference
those
between
were
those
so
flavors?
those were so good. Those were the best. Honestly, the
They
Game
did,
Fuels.
They did taste slightly better, I believe.
Yeah, they were really good. All right, Mountain Dew. Code Red. Eric, what you got?
That's an 8.6. When that came out, I drank so much of it that I got sick of it and couldn't drink of it. Couldn't drink it for a while.
well, this is my first one, and I've also had so much I'm sick of it. Yeah, that's a solid 3.8.
What?
Oh,
What?
Hey,
I hate
To the Code
I
Red.
hate I hate like cherry and fruit punch. I hate it.
What?
I don't like it.
I can't believe this guy right now. This is some of the best flavors in the world.
All right, Mr. Banana.
Banana.
Banana ain't got nothing on cherry or fruit punch, bro. And cherry and fruit punch don't make me cough. So ha.
Fruit punch also doesn't make me cough.
I do have to admit, though, as a parent, over the years, I have found that red flavored or red colored things will set my kids off to a different level for whatever reason. So we've tried to avoid red everything. No red fruit punch. No red anything.
Here's the
So-
thing. Here's the thing for me. Yeah,
Greg lives off that.
No. I love the cherry flavor, the fruit punch flavored things, but like I also have a problem with the dyes that they use.
Yep.
A lot of these things, the dyes will just tear my stomach up, and I'm not a fan, so I don't even get to enjoy the things I like that much.
Yeah.
iPhone is probably
They got to
correct.
put a fake color in there for no reason. It tears me up.
the OtterBox.
Are
Nate,
you
you got a
talking
score on that
shit
one?
over here?
No, I
I
broke
heard
my.
Mr. Green Bubble over here. Zach drops his phone. Mr. Green Bubble goes, "Oh, it's an iPhone. Careful, you probably broke your screen."
No, I got OtterBox is really, I think, one of the. All right. So out of things
All right.
that do their job, OtterBox might do their job better than any other product. OtterBox, I am OtterBox for life. Phenomenal product.
OtterBox, where's that sponsorship? Let's go.
Exactly. If this
I use it
podcast
too.
could be sponsored by OtterBox, that's how you know we're going places.
That's one thing that we can agree on. I do have an OtterBox.
It's just a
make those for
phenomenal
your
phone
phone?
case. It's like it's like just expensive enough to be like, all right, this is a quality product. I don't think they're charging too much.
And they've dropped a lot in price here lately.
Yeah.
Well, that's just because your phone's like 16 years old, Eric.
Even though like my phone case is like cracked all around the edges and like it's
that's
messed
the
up.
case.
I've had it for like 3 years. It's like it's a phenomenal case.
So yeah,
And an
Yeah.
outdated phone.
there's your endorsement. OtterBox.
I do
You're
actually.
welcome.
I do have I am eligible to get a free upgrade. I got to do that when I go home.
Maybe you'll upgrade your case too.
Austin
I
just
have to,
commented.
yeah.
Austin commented and said, "I have an OtterBox for my Samsung."
We still got two
my
grades for
Samsung.
Code Red.
Another
Oh, yeah, Nate, what
another
was your
green
grade?
bubble. Get the hell out
Code
of here.
Red.
Code Red. I'm gonna give that that's a solid 7.9.
Greggy.
The Code Red.
No.
The Code Red.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Zach. Were you asking me about the Code Red? Now I'm just being a smartass. 8.5.
8.5. All right, what's the last one here?
It's like Colonel Mustard.
I'm not a fan of Major Melon.
It was Major Melon in the kitchen with.
Major Melon in the kitchen with the crowbar.
Smells,
Oh.
smells very watermelon-y.
I'm about to say, I don't know why I was surprised when it was watermelon.
Why does it also smell like
From the smell.
BO? Like it has like a. It has.
Yeah.
Oh.
Angry.
He is angry.
From
It
the
smells like melon.
I didn't
but
know he was
also
French,
smells
too.
Like,
Major Melon.
it has like an
Major
Army
Melon.
Man smell to it too. Ugh.
I don't
Just,
think so.
just
you know,
from the
it-
smell alone, I want to mix this with the raspberry lemonade one. Like they just smell like they go together.
They kind of taste a little bit the same.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about this one.
Chug the rest of it.
I don't know about this one.
I'm never a fan of watermelon.
Watermelon
flavored
anything.
things. But you know what this tastes like? All right, you ready for this?
Yep. Ready.
Yes.
Zima with a watermelon Jolly Rancher in it. That's what this is right here.
I was gonna say it definitely has the
You have
watermelon
had
in
that
it,
before,
I-
haven't you?
but not that great.
I am unfamiliar. What is Zima?
He's like, what is Zima again?
What is Zima?
Oh my god!
I am unfamiliar. What is
It's
that?
like Mike's Hard before Mike's Hard lemonade. Or no, it's more like Smirnoff Ice before Smirnoff Ice.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't even know if there's a word to describe how like unmanly Zima is.
Especially
just
when
remember-
you put a Jolly Rancher in them. 'Cause that's the only way you drank those. Is you get a Jolly Rancher, you drop it in your Zima, and you drink it. That's what this tastes like.
Zima.
Eric says, "So I've been told, though. I mean,
So
I
I've been
don't,
told.
I don't know about that stuff.
I wouldn't know. Somebody told me
This
this.
tastes like my high school days, man, when I used to put the."
This tastes like regret. Well. All right, Major Melon, Eric, what you got?
That's a 6.3.
All right,
I'm
Zach.
not a watermelon fan.
I am a watermelon fan and enjoyer.
And enjoy.
Enjoyer. But that was not as good as I could have hoped. I would give that a 5.
All right. I will also concur with Zach. I will say 5.2 is the score for that one.
Yes.
I concur, but I like it better.
Yes, and as a watermelon connoisseur myself, gentlemen,
I concur.
I also concur. I'm going to give it a 5
5, yes.
because it was not that good.
All right. So we have scores here.
Now, which one of you guys can do math the faster?
All right, you want
We're gonna do the hard one.
Okay, you want to try
And
some?
Christy's got one for her on that one.
I do.
She's got great that one.
I'll take it. I'll take the 15 next.
Hell yeah.
It smells like bread.
Yeah, it does.
Like,
It smells like wheat. It smells like wheat bread or white bread.
Yeah, it does. That's odd.
that is very odd.
I mean, so does beer, kind of.
It smells like regrets.
Like alcohol, I guess. The yeast is, huh?
I don't think you can have that. It doesn't. The smell messes me up.
Which one is this? Is this the watermelon one?
Good.
Watermelon.
It's not that bad.
You know what? I'm about to say it's closer to watermelon than the other one was.
I really like the black cherry ones. I thought they had a good flavor to them.
Which one is this? The hard.
This is the hard watermelon.
Watermelon.
So hard major melon.
No, it's better than that. Major Melon wishes it was this.
Your melon wishes it was this.
All right.
Major
Eric, what you
hard
got?
melon.
Oh yeah, okay.
The same 6.3, I guess.
6.3.
Actually, no. Let's take that up to a 6.5 because it had alcohol.
Because that's got alcohol.
It's gonna get you drunk.
There you go.
drunk.
It's gonna give you a headache.
It'll get you drunk.
It's the regular watermelon with alcohol.
the regular Mountain Dew. With
Thank you.
Regular Mountain
Regular
Dew.
watermelon with alcohol.
So-
regular.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, we got
alcoholic Mountain Dew.
to we got to go with
Zach, you got to give a grade for your hard watermelon.
yeah. It was better than I thought it was gonna be, but it was not good. I'll give it a 4.8.
4.8.
Though I do think if we're talking about Greg's like how close to what they are scale, it would be closer than the last one.
Did anybody make sure Zach was of age?
I am.
Okay. All right. Just make sure.
I'll get my ID up.
We're just doing that idea. Whoops! It's just like that. Heart of Ohio Sports canceled.
I'm gonna be 22 soon.
It was at this
Okay, it's
moment
coming
that Nate
up.
knew he fucked up.
All right. Honestly, for the hard watermelon, I thought it was honestly worse. I didn't think it really tasted that good at all. Give that like a 4.5. And Greggy, what you got for the hard watermelon?
For it being alcohol and
As a
not
watermelon
just not
connoisseur.
just straight pop, I'm gonna give it a 7.
7.
Yeah, on the alcohol scale for sure. I could drink that.
All right. Hard Mountain Dew. Original.
Original.
Oh God, it still smells like fucking
Bread.
bread.
Well,
And it
so
doesn't-
is it flavored beer? You said.
It almost smells like baby throw
Yeah.
up.
So that's why it tastes like bread.
It's like if
yeah,
a baby
it's the yeast.
spits up on your shoulder and you're like, You smell it? Like, or like baby formula? Like, yeah.
Yuck, Greg.
And it doesn't taste like Mountain Dew to
He
me.
was practicing with
No,
his
it tastes
baby
like
voice
I
lines.
don't think it does.
Baby voice here.
That's not good.
Yeah.
It's not great.
I can't get over the smell. I like it better when it's in the can because then I'm not smelling it when I'm drinking it. I'm just like chugging it.
Chugging it.
I'm chugging it.
Yeah, that'll give you a stomach ache before.
I like it
think you're
better
gonna
when
get
I'm
buzzed.
already drunk.
High school football.
High school. football. I'll give that a
Hey,
4.
folks, you're watching High School
High
Football.
school football.
I'll give that a 4.9.
Oh, 4.9.
It was a slight improvement, but not good.
Eric, what you got? Ooh, once again, pardon me.
The regular Mountain Dew is my favorite of the Mountain Dews, and that one just doesn't taste like it to me. I'm going to go with like a 6.4.
6.4. All right. I am also going to go with a 6, but I'm going to go with a 6.1 for that one. Greggy, what you got?
It's not bad. It's not good.
It's not bad.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
A 6. There you go. Do you agree? It smells like
I'm
some
ignoring
kind of,
the smell.
It smells like bread.
Like, yeah, bread for sure. Like right before you bake bread.
you wanna
After
add
it's
up an
risen
average?
for a little while, you take the cover off. You're like, ooh, yeah. Ooh. Hit you in the face. Yeah, that kind of bread.
During their bye week, the Steelers are posting highlights of Pickens' catch versus the Browns.
Didn't they lose that game?
And Dolphins, which they also lost. And the Bills, which they also lost. Look at, bro, Nate, look at this. They're just posting highlights of their losses this year.
Who is?
The Steelers. They posted highlights from 3 different games. The Browns, Dolphins, and Bills.
The standard is the standard.
Yeah.
Losing is the standard.
Sliced.
All right.
Eric,
yeah,
that's how
that's a good
how
parlay
they feel about
into
White Claws.
NFL.
How do I feel about
that's how Anna feels about White Claws.
what?
I don't know.
Did you
must
write
have
down
said
Comment
followers,
about the watermelon.
You got them all down?
Yeah, she's gonna average them all up. If you
I was
want
going
to
to
talk
say,
about,
I've got them all down here, too, if you don't have them.
She's got it all on paper. She's gonna average them all out for us. If you want to talk about
Sweet.
go on to our next topic. while
Yeah.
she does-
Are we bringing back that?
Eric, did you have any topics prepared?
I was gonna say, are we bringing back the Eric segment of the week?
Well, it was kind of that's more of a headlines
on?
off the top thing that we've already talked about. I did have some in mind. I didn't have them all wrote down. I didn't have time to get them all wrote down today, but I did have some that we haven't covered, I guess. But it's more just the stuff we talk about every week anyway. I was going to start off with NCAA because I thought it was a pretty crazy weekend and then NCAA. My next thing that we haven't discussed yet was a little bit of breaking news that happened in the NFL today with Frank Reich getting fired. And then shortly after, my mind was blown when I saw Jeff Saturday appointed the coach of the Colts. So where did this come from?
How drunk was Jim Irsay when he made that decision?
I was gonna say, I don't think he was drunk at all. I think he's just eccentric Jim Irsay, who is recognizing that they are in a position to tank for one of the top tier quarterbacks in the draft. Like, this is a well-respected guy within like the organization. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer. He is just a Colts legend, right?
But is that not like a smack in the face to every
No.
assistant on that staff?
100% it is. But also,
100%.
I mean, I think either Jim Irsay I think he's completely given up on the season, right? Because we got to go, like, this is not a GM hire.
Yeah.
This has to come straight from
Oh,
the top,
yeah. Oh,
right?
yeah.
I mean, I think I saw something online, like, this is 100% like Jim Irsay being like, all right, hey man, this is who we're gonna get to run this thing.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Just forget your ideas. I got a better idea. I'm gonna call my buddy Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
I'm surprised Pat
Jeff.
McAfee wasn't
Hey, you
the
coached-
first option.
You coached your son's high school football team, didn't you? Why don't
Yeah.
you come coach the Colts?
But Jim, I went 2-7.
But it don't matter. We don't need you to win anyway.
We got a
want
better-
a good quarterback.
We
Come
need
on.
you
Exactly.
to lose.
We got a
and
better
we-
roster than your high school team, so don't worry about that.
No, here's what they need him to do. They need him to lose, and they need the fans to be happy while he's doing it. So what do? You go out and hire somebody that's beloved by the fans.
Yeah, you hire a
Jeff
Colts
Saturday.
legend. I'm surprised that he didn't offer the job to Pat McAfee or Peyton Manning.
Yeah,
But, you know,
Yeah, I
Peyton's
love me
not
some
going
Pat
anywhere.
McAfee.
no shot
No,
he's
and
going
neither
anywhere.
is McAfee. He loves what he's doing.
Also, no
right
shot
now.
he's going anywhere.
No.
Yeah. They're making way too much money where they're at with little to no pressure.
That probably was
Zero
choice
pressure,
1
yeah.
and 2, and it was like, Saturday, he's cool. Let's forget him.
And, you know, it's so funny because he tweeted, the last tweet that Jeff Saturday sent out was, the Raiders
look
horrible.
Yeah.
It's so
but
funny. Like,
it's
right
so-
before you get hired as a head coach, that's your last tweet.
Well, see, the thing is, like, it's just so mind-boggling because, like, he doesn't. I'm assuming he doesn't have any play calling going on, right?
No,
he's got no playbook. He doesn't know what Frank Reich was running. Now they're out a play caller too because they fired their offensive coordinator.
Oh, wait. I was just about to say, well, he doesn't really have to do anything as long as they got the OC and the DC.
No, they fired the offensive coordinator last week.
Yeah.
Frank Reich was calling the plays the whole time, so that was
Okay.
kind of just a scapegoat.
All right.
Frank Reich gets fired this week. I don't know what they're doing on offense. Are they going to have Matt Ryan like put on his headset and he's like, "Here's how we're running this offense."
Oh,
Sam
geez.
Ellinger, like,
So, and here's one more point. I want to make this point real quick.
Just
Go ahead.
so Alston commented and said in his first job is against the Raiders, which makes it even better.
I know, that's why I said that.
That's
'cause
so awesome.
That's their first game as he plays the Raiders. But no, Patriots beat the Colts 26-3 yesterday.
okay.
Right? I'd love to see the stat of how many times Bill Belichick has gotten a coach fired.
Ooh, who do you think?
How many of them are Browns? Well, that'd be
Ouch!
That'd
You
be-
can't put
Damn
that
it,
out
Eric, don't do that. That's a low blow.
That'd be Pittsburgh coaches firing, getting
Oh,
Browns
for
coaches
sure.
fired. Man,
Yeah.
that's-
Yeah,
I-
Tomlin's gotten at least 3 Browns coaches fired. For
I
sure.
I wonder who has gotten the most coaches fired.
Yeah. Because, I mean,
Belichick
Bill has
and
a habit
Tomlin.
of when teams are down, absolutely taking their pants off and de-pantsing them and spanking them in
embarrassing
front of
them,
everybody.
yes.
Yeah, Tomlin's gotten a couple Browns coaches fired. He
yeah.
got Marvin Lewis fired in Cincinnati.
For sure.
Oh,
That'd be an interesting stat to see, like,
Yeah.
how many coaches old Bill's gotten fired over the years.
Yeah, the Patriots
after
are a good
blowout
team.
loss.
Best coach in the history of the league, but I mean, wow, that's something funny to think about. We need to ask that on Reddit.
Right. The Lions. Big win over the Packers yesterday.
Yeah.
Huh? How about them Lions?
Another headline.
That was the Lions Super Bowl, and let me tell you, man, it felt good. It looked good. The coolest thing about that, as like a Lions sympathizer, is man, it is nice to see that Aaron Rodgers is not only dejected and like upset, but also part of the problem.
This
like
is so awesome.
like Aaron Rodgers is
So
like
great.
it's his fault at least partially.
Oh,
Yes.
not my boy Aaron.
Hey, Ron.
God, he just looks so
You know what I think it was?
miserable.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I think it was?
No,
It was the ayahuasca.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
that
think
helped
it
him.
was.
Ayahuasca
That
messed him
helped
up,
him.
man.
It wasn't that.
He needs
at
more
all.
of it.
You don't think it was the breakup with his girlfriend?
Which one?
Ah.
He just
Isn't that
broke.
every year?
No,
That's every season.
No. Shailene.
whatever.
Yeah. They were together like 2 or 3 years.
Him and Danica Patrick were together for a few
Oh, I forgot about
years.
that.
Well, and
Well,
maybe
maybe
with
maybe
like
that's
Olivia
not right.
Nunn for a little while.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
And who was the other one?
Tom Brady too. Giselle's gone.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's.
Yeah, but
I
he's-
think that's the
we
problem.
Tom
about
Brady.
that.
Tom Brady is undefeated since his divorce.
oh, that's a good point.
Good point.
I saw
That's
a
a good
picture that
point.
said that the other day, and I was like, "Get out of here!" with this shit.
Want to know?
Undefeated since getting divorced.
He's getting older every week. He looks older and older in every press conference.
Isn't that
How
true about
about-
anybody though?
It's that Giselle spell wearing off.
How
you
about-
guys. I'm telling you.
How about that 100,000 yards passing, man? That's big.
I saw that.
that?
Now
Was,
that's regular and postseason combined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because regular season he's sitting about 85,000. I looked at that stat and I'm like, how is he even close to 100,000? Oh, it's regular and postseason combined. Still, absolutely crazy.
It makes me wonder, like, who's second place behind that? Like, who's even close?
No
to that?
clue, but
also
also.
probably.
Oh, probably.
Ooh.
So did you guys hear Belichick, as we're talking on the subject of the Patriots? Did you guys hear Belichick talk about that? About Brady breaking the 100,000
No.
yard mark? It was it was interesting. This was the first time that Belichick has really been since Thomas left New England that Belichick was really all like, man, that's really special. It's great for him, you know. They calculate it was like 55 something miles that he's thrown for. But
Damn,
it's kind of weird. Like, I think once Brady retires, Belichick is going to talk about him like he does only a couple other, like Ray Lewis or Reeve. Like, he's going to talk about Brady in that vein. But I don't know why he doesn't do it now, because it seems like he doesn't like talking about Brady, and he hasn't. This is the first like respectable
I think because his legacy is so tied to Tom Brady that he doesn't want to give him the credit while he's here and not on his team. Even when he was on the Patriots, he didn't really want to give him that credit because he wanted him to keep, I guess, working hard. I don't know. That's how Bill always has been with his players. He doesn't give his own players that much praise. He gives the other team all the praise. That way they can get the big head and come in thinking they're awesome, and then they shit the bed every time. That's what he does. So yeah, I think after he retires, that's a good point. He'll probably talk about Tom.
Yeah,
in high regard.
Yeah, he's gonna be. I mean, it's just kind of weird that they're in like an area where like it's almost like Bill is kind of refused to acknowledge Tom at all.
Yeah,
Which I suppose that's on brand. I mean, it is
a little salty,
but
a little salty.
look, like it's not even salty. It's just like we're on to Cincinnati, right? We're on to next week.
Yep.
Like
That's what he is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. Like you have built this incredible dynasty that probably is the best in all of entire sports, right? Like transcends just the game of football. Like this is the best dynasty ever. And it's just weird that he's just kind of like he hasn't talked about it really at all until this moment.
I can't wait to hear him talk about Tom though when that moment does come, because even though he's going to talk him up, you're going to have to be paying attention to know that he's talking him up, because it's going to sound something like,
Oh, he's just a great
I'm
player.
very happy for
and,
Tom. I'm very happy to
an absolute pleasure
see
to work
him
with.
end his career the way that he has.
Just really one of the best ever.
I look at Tom as a son, and I will always love Tom.
But I will never kiss him like he kisses his sons.
But we're on to Cincinnati, and so
We're on to Cincinnati.
We're on to Cincinnati.
oh, all right. What's your thing about the Bengals?
Yes, let's talk about them Bengals.
We hate them.
Man, you guys are
horrible.
Joe Mixon though, not horrible.
No.
Joe Mixon.
5 tutties.
In 5 fantasy leagues. I did not play him in one, and I was looking at it going, oh, I bet I play him in 4 out of 5 leagues. I looked, and I didn't play him in one, so I was like, oh my god,
my
how did this happen?
my friend. So I'm in my main fantasy league. My buddy Aaron played him. He got 60 points or 55 points or whatever.
Still lost.
He lost. He put up 108 points total.
Over half.
He put up
Joe Mixon.
108 points total. My boy Aaron Warner, fantasy genius.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Just like Frank Reich.
R.I.P. Just like Frank Reich.
R.I.P. Frank Reich. He's going to get another coaching job.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Easy.
Sorry. The circus that he's had to deal with in Indianapolis, having 4 different
Wentz.
starting quarterbacks over the last 4 years, and they have no GM. Who the hell is their GM? Like, who really is their GM? I don't even think they have one. So when you look at the Colts, it's been a mess, and Frank Reich will find somewhere.
We have our Mountain Dew results.
Mountain Dew rankings are in. Here we go.
And they include alcoholic.
Oh,
Okay, lovely.
Let's start at the
And-
bottom. Anybody want to guess number 13?
Well.
Do we have to guess number 13?
I think what would be even more impressive, can you guess the average? What is the average for this?
I would say that one's a 2.
2?
I'm going like, 1.8.
Just because you gave
somewhere
it
in
a
there.
4, so it's like, all right.
I did
it's
give it
gotta
a 4.
That kind of messes up the average a little bit, but
All right, what's the flavor?
Earthquake.
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 Oh, wait, what is it? Oh, yeah, because I was singing
Fruitquake.
I was singing the Tyler Creator song in my head. You make my fruit quake. I was singing that earlier.
All right, Fruitquake came in at 13 with a 1.7 average.
1.7.
Terrible.
Okay.
At number 12, the alcoholic, or no, it is not the alcoholic, the regular Major Melon, as it comes in at 12 with a 5.4.
Okay, not bad.
Right behind it with a 5.5
Right above it.
is the Raspberry Lemonade. Oh, yeah, right above it, right in front of it. So at 11 was the Raspberry Lemonade. That's the Spark, 5.5. Hard Melon cracked the top 10. We had both alcoholic ones cracked the top 10. So we got Hard Melon at 10, Hard Mountain Dew, the original, at 9, at 5.7 and 5.9 respectively.
Okay.
The Real Sugar Mountain Dew, everybody tend to like the original better. The Real Sugar came in at 8 with a 6.1 score. The Purple Thunder, the Circle K exclusive, comes in at 7 at a 6.7 score.
Is that factoring in if I was in a plum soda mood or not?
No, you were out of a plum soda mood. And just outside of the top 5, Code Red comes in 6 with a 7.2.
That's my fault. I rated that one lower.
3.8. Yeah, that was pretty low for that.
Yeah, that would have been up there.
So I apologize for all the Code Red enjoyers.
Yeah, and there
but,
are a
it's
lot.
not good.
There are a lot of Code Red enthusiasts out there that love the Code Red.
Noted Code Red.
Top
enjoyer.
5, Voltage comes in at a 7.65 average. We had some.
What
weird
color was
numbers
that?
On that one. That was like the purplish blue raspberry.
Was that the darker
or
blue?
That was
I
the
think it was the
antifreeze
lighter
colored
blue.
one.
Okay, antifreeze.
Like the storm blue type, if you will.
There's like 3 of them that were pretty
There's
antifreeze.
3. If there's 3, wiper fluid maybe.
Yeah, frostbite was more the wiper fluid.
yeah.
Okay.
Bug one though,
Yeah, the bug one. Yes.
Bug juice.
We can start ranking the
Yes.
windshield sprayers by Mountain Dews. Like, oh, pick me up some of that live wire the next time you're out there. Doesn't that get the gets the bugs off?
No, that's the all-weather one.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Which one's the winter mix?
The Rain-X is the orange one.
All right, so number 4 is the regular Mountain Dew with a 7.7 average.
Respectable.
Top 3, surprising, is Voodoo with this the surprise mystery flavor.
Sour
every
Patch
year.
Kid flavored.
7.8 on that. for
Everybody, that was
number
7.4
3.
or above from everybody.
Yeah, that was good.
Number 2, Frostbite. That's a surprise to me, but that was a very good flavor. I really enjoyed that one. It was one with the shark on it. With a 7.9. I didn't drink the rest of it, but I do have the rest of it
7.9.
over here. I dropped it.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I asked her to bring me the Frostbite. That one surprised me.
And that
at
means
number 1,
the rightful winner.
no surprise. Yeah, that should be the winner. Livewire 8.6 is the number 1 Mountain Dew flavor.
Which one was it? Was that the orange one?
That is
Oh,
the
yeah.
orange one.
Number 1. The cheap Fanta, you know.
The cheap Fanta.
Yeah.
Not cheap. The lower quality Fanta.
I probably would have.
believe is what he.
I probably would have switched one. I'm noticing, which I kind of feel bad about, but it is very like my rating kind of determined everything because
Yeah, well, it definitely fluctuated based on your rating, for sure.
yeah,
So
I apologize, but
No, that's
I'm right.
That's how it should be because you're not a fan of Mountain Dew. I kind of evened it out because I am the Mountain Dew fan, and all mine were higher than everybody else's.
It's not even that I'm not a fan of Mountain Dew. It's just like I'm never gonna.
one of these now.
Yeah, somebody's better take some
I'll
Mountain
take the
Dew,
Sour Patch Kid one. The
The Voodoo.
Voodoo. I'll take the
So,
Voodoo.
Number 3 ranked Voodoo.
That was my favorite.
So I know
Thank you very much.
we kind of already moved on from the subject a little bit, but I was doing some research while you guys were talking about passing yards leaders
Uh-huh.
because I wanted to know who was second place, and actually I had to do some adding up because they didn't give me the totals. They were like, "Here's the passing yard leaders for the regular season.
Are we taking guesses?
Are you
Here's the
talking
passing yard leaders for the
career?
playoffs?" And then I had to add them up. So yeah.
Are we
that's-
taking guesses?
Yeah, I want you guys to try to guess here. So
I said Brett Favre.
you say Brett Favre is number 2.
Brett Favre's
Okay.
good. I'm going Drew Brees.
I was also going to say Drew Brees as I'm watching the Saints.
Okay, so Tom Brady is number 1, obviously.
Do we have a correct answer?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Tom Brady's number 1, obviously, with the regular season and postseason. Drew Brees is number 2 in the regular season, and he is number 7 in the postseason. But with those two numbers combined, he is the number 2 overall.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy to me. Peyton Manning was number 3 in the regular season.
Damn.
Number 2 in the playoffs.
Watch those,
heck?
watch those
Favre.
YouTube comments coming
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Where the hell are these YouTube comments coming from?
Well, we start talking
Nobody
about
wants
Brett
hot photos of
We're
your
talking about
sister.
Brett Favre now, so all of a sudden we got to have some spam in here, I guess.
Greg, don't you start clicking on stuff. This podcast goes down. It's Greg. He's trying to see hot pictures of your sister. Blame Greg.
Greg, no!
No!
Hold on, give me 1 second, guys. I got to click on this link too. Brett,
Our account has been taken over.
Brett Favre was the
It is now
fourth.
Sports of Ohio.
Something of Ohio.
Get me all
Let me tell you.
Okay. Brett Favre was the 4th place leader, and he was number 5 in postseason.
Brett Favre was 4th?
Yep.
Wow.
Who was 3rd?
I must have missed that.
Peyton Manning.
Okay. Yep. That was my second guess.
And then
Let's ride.
who can guess who number 4 is?
It's got to
Or
be
number 5. Sorry, I just
number
missed it before.
5.
Big Ben.
Big Ben is. I was also thinking Big Ben. He's got to be up there. It's probably not Manning, even though he made the playoffs a lot. Eli. Probably not Phillip Rivers because he didn't make the playoffs a lot.
No, because he didn't play long enough.
No, it's got to be one of these newer age quarterbacks. It's got to be like someone from that 2004 draft.
Matt Ryan.
Okay, so
I don't
number.
think it's Matty Ice. I think it's Big Ben. I think
Before I
that's a
tell
good
you who
answer.
number 5 is, I'll tell you who the sixth guy was that I had listed was Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
It's got to be Big Ben then.
So yes, it's Ben Roethlisberger.
all right, all right.
But yeah,
Because I mean, he just made the playoffs a ton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he put up a 500-yard game versus the.
Well,
He
I mean,
was
so
in the
many times.
playoffs.
I remember there was a couple seasons where he had 4,500 yards, like
Yep.
in 3-4 straight seasons.
he was number 3 in postseason yardage, right behind Tom and Peyton.
What would have happened? This is besides the point, but man, if Antonio Brown didn't go crazy, he's like a top 3 receiver of all time.
Yeah, he'd still be playing right now for sure. If
He'd still be playing right now
if he would not have gotten laid out by Vontez Burfict.
seriously.
Yeah,
I mean, because you got to maybe
what
he
a
doesn't
sad
put up.
story.
Seriously, he doesn't maybe put up the same production that he had, but he like he's got to be. He is up there or number 1 for the most receiving yards in a single season receiving yard. Right? He's number 1.
Let me take a look at that.
He's 1 or 2. He's up there.
As far as
Single
yards-
season
receiving yards,
receiving yards.
that was Calvin Johnson, wasn't it?
It
Or,
was.
no, Cooper Kupp.
Cooper
last
Kupp
year.
broke it, but
Calvin Johnson was before that, though. I thought.
You know, who's
20
on pace to
was
beat that
20
right now?
2015, 2016 Antonio Brown. Who's on pace to beat that? AJ Brown.
All right, it says here NFL single season.
Where
receiving
is
yards.
Antonio Brown on the list?
He is number 5
5
from
okay.
2015
He was up there.
season. Yep. Yeah, Calvin Johnson, Cooper Kupp, Julio Jones, and Jerry Rice above
Forgot
him.
about Julio. Yeah, he had a crazy year.
God, I love me some Jerry Rice, man.
So Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice.
He's my favorite.
He's
If
number
you-
1. I thought Calvin.
No,
was
no, no,
number
he's
Yeah.
number 3.
Okay.
It's
Or
number
4.
four, yeah.
4.
If you go back and look at Jerry Rice's stats, he was the number 1 fantasy football player of all time.
Dude, Jerry Rice. I was in 4th grade.
Real.
4th grade, I got to do a book report on
Now is
Jerry
that
Rice.
PPR?
Yeah. Of course.
Like-
PPR.
Half PPR has to go to like LaDainian Tomlinson or something.
LT. Marshall Falk.
Marshall Falk, Barry
Marshall
Sanders.
Falk in a
Probably not
PPR
Barry
league
Sanders.
would destroy people this year.
Yeah, I remember being a kid, being in 4th grade, doing a book report on Jerry Rice and reading this
Jackson.
book about him where he talked about how, as a kid, he used to help his dad or something with like putting bricks on roofs, and he used to just catch them with his bare hands as they threw the bricks up to him. That's where he credited his like good hands from, was having that touch to grab the bricks and stuff like that, so he could always grab the passes. It was a really interesting read, and I'm surprised I remember that from 4th grade. So
That's because they made you do something, Greggy.
it's because I like Jerry Rice, man. I actually remember things I care about.
But I think that kind of shows my point. Like, if Antonio Brown kind of kept up that, maybe not the same production, but like the chart stayed the same to where it was in like 2016, I think we talk about him as one of the best of all time.
Oh, for sure.
Like, he is a top
He was on a 7-year stretch where he was probably the best receiver
In the league.
football for all 7 years.
He was on Madden, man.
Oh yeah.
He was on Madden. Madden curse got him.
That's
when
the
it went
curse.
downhill,
That's
yeah.
what got him.
It really is too. That was the year he walked off the Steelers and then he got traded.
Yep.
Yep. And the rest is history.
Yeah, no, but like he's in the same conversation as Jerry Rice or like T.O. or like
Could have been.
yeah, Marvin Harris. Like,
I seen this really nice video though where he wrestled a water moccasin out of like a hot tub.
Shut your mouth.
Oh my God. Jesus.
hey Greg, can we get that pulled up?
He's saving,
Yeah, he saved
the lives of everybody in
that white
hot tub.
woman's life.
He saved that woman's life.
Everybody gives him a bad rap, and he's out here saving ladies, saving water moccasins, doing his part to help the environment.
Saving ladies, wrangling water moccasins.
He's a hero. He's a goddamn hero.
God.
Oh,
Hey, Greg.
so good.
Greg, can we get that video pulled up?
Let's not try to pull down the whole stream here.
Don't tempt me because I can do it.
I'm tempting you. Oh,
Oh, it's so funny.
How you
So
transition
seriously-
from that, but
well, they're showing Colts highlights right now. Who's gonna call the plays?
Who was calling them to begin with? They can't do much worse.
Well, it was Reich.
but since we were talking about top 5,
Since we were talking about
I
water
see this
moccasins.
meme everywhere.
no, let's get off. Let's stray away from the water moccasins. For
How about Kirk Cousins? Can we talk about Kirk Cousins for a
You
second?
like that?
Okay, so Kirk Cousins went for. I seen this meme earlier. It said Kirk Cousins went from "I'll have her home by 9" to "She calls me daddy now too."
Yeah, it's because of his post game conferences where he showed up in like the plaid shirt. That was the "I'll have her home by 9,
Yeah.
sir." And then the
Shirtless
shirtless
with a chain?
with gold chains was
Yes.
"She calls me daddy."
Yes.
And that was like a 2-week span.
Oh, I love
that
it.
That he had those outfits going.
Doesn't
Or
he
maybe
do
it's
this
1
though?
week.
That's not like the first time he's done this.
No.
Oh, look at Aaron Rodgers.
We were watching
yelling.
Aaron Rodgers throw a pick to Aiden Hutchinson. Oh, look at that.
Oh, he was so pissed, so mad.
Good.
No, but like talking about top 5 wide receiver seasons, we've got a guy on pace right now. Even though we've got up an extra game now to take over that record, we have a guy on pace right now to beat the record. Does anybody know who that is? Leading the league in receiving yards right now.
AJ Brown?
But
Oh,
you're on the right pace because he's very, very fast.
leading the league is a Tyreek Hill.
It is.
Tyreek
Hill.
Is he?
Ridiculous.
Tyreek
say,
Hill
he has the most-
over 1,100 receiving yards.
Yeah, I saw-
already
Through 9 games.
this
Yep, they said
season.
no Dolphin has ever had that many. As far as I remember reading.
That makes me sick because with my third pick in fantasy, I had to pick between Tyreek Hill and Keenan Allen. I picked Keenan Allen, and Keenan Allen has not played.
Why?
But I'm still winning the league, so it's
So,
kinda
yeah,
like-
he is on pace to be the first person to break 2,000 receiving yards, I believe.
So let's talk about that with the extra game. Do you guys think that's valid now? Like, are you going to count that
Yeah,
as like?
why- I mean, it's going to go
I
down
think it has to
eventually.
be broken by a certain amount. Like, okay, if he breaks that by 150 yards, are you really going to argue?
Right,
You really going to say, "Oh, well, he needed an extra game"? Did he really need that extra game?
right.
So,
You know what I mean?
and I bring this up because like I
Yeah, he
still
may,
don't know this.
break that in 16 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, like with TJ tying the sack record. How do you feel about that? Is that valid too?
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, and
I think
if
it's
you're-
I think it's valid. 'cause
20
he
years
was-
down the road, that's going to be broken a bunch more times, and nobody's
Correct.
even going to care about when
Exactly.
it was only 16 games.
Well, and people forget that O.J. Simpson ran for 2,000 yards in a 14-game season.
Yeah,
And then everybody, oh, well, this guy ran for 2. Eric Dickerson holds the record. Yeah, but it was in a 16-game season.
Yeah, I pulled your meme
People
up there. for
don't
you.
talk about that.
Yeah,
there
there
you
we
go.
go.
See? But no, it's something that I think a lot of people try to make that argument, but it's going to fall on deaf ears before too much longer because it's going to be an 18-game season, so it's not really going to matter.
yeah, yep.
yuck.
And that's not going to take long. That's going to be within the next 2 years,
Oh,
I think.
for sure.
Probably. I only bring up the TJ Watt one because I'm a homer, but also because
no, really, Zach?
yeah.
No way.
but also because he was hurt for 3 or
What
4
did you-
games that year.
What did you call him earlier? You called him by his full name or something? What did you say? Something?
Zachary?
No, you said something wild.
Oh, Trent Jordan Watt.
Trent Jordan Watt.
You got Trent Jordan Watt
I
back.
was like, what the hell is he talking about?
Timothy Watt.
I thought he was talking about 3 different players. Trent, Jordan, and Watt back. I'm like,
we got
what the
all
hell?
of them back,
When did you
man.
guys start trading for players?
We're ready to roll. We got them all back. Steel curtain.
Jim
Irsay.
Irsay is so confused. He's like, wait, who did I hire?
Yeah, you know, he looks
no,
right now.
I told Jeff I wanted to ride in coach.
I said I wanted to hire him on Saturday.
No, his face was still red from that whiskey bender he had the night before, and he was like, wait, I did what?
He looks like Martin Cooper. Oh, kind of.
That's so good. All right, guys, you got anything else? I mean, we're going on about an hour and a half.
We didn't talk about the World Series champions, Houston.
Is this the first?
Asterisks.
Is this the first podcast since they won?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that, Greggy.
Yeah, I'm with you, Greg. I'm with
Lots
you.
of that.
Justin Verlander picks up his first ever World Series win.
That's
It's about time.
You're telling me, dude. Oh, yep.
Dusty Baker, I think I was more excited for.
Dusty Baker picks up his first ever World Series championship.
He had the most wins of any manager without a World Series win.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty crazy. So
He was as a head coach. This was his third time in the World Series, right?
yeah, twice with San Francisco, or no, once with San Francisco, once with Washington, right? Wasn't it Washington when they lost?
Braves.
Well, maybe it was the Braves. I don't know. I'm awful. Horrible.
Greg, get a Google in.
Dusty Baker.
We need you, Dusty
What
Baker.
are we looking for here?
Dusty Baker World Series appearances. How did he play? I don't even remember. Was it Washington? Could have been. I don't even remember, dude.
Says 3 World Series appearances as a player.
Yeah. Well, we need as a coach.
How many times has Dusty Baker gone to the World Series? There you go.
Show me.
Click on the link.
I want to read.
Cubs,
Just tell me.
Giants. What? I'm seeing a bunch of team names.
Did he go there with the Cubs as a player?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm finding a lot of as a player here.
Scroll down. You saw it. He went. He was the manager for the for the Astros and the Cubs. Yeah, Astros and Cubs. Astros last year when they lost to the Braves. There's a lot of dead air here.
I was gonna say, it'd probably be a better.
The
probably
silence
a little
is
bit better.
deafening
This
as
is-
we're trying to figure
you
out.
know. Well, this is perfect for radio, but
God.
The Dodgers, Yankees as a player.
I would say Wikipedia is probably the best way to answer that question.
No, I feel like every
There it is.
article.
There it is. Managerial career with the Reds or with the Nationals? I think it
Nationals.
was with the Nationals.
Yeah. Lost NLDS, lost World Series with San Francisco,
2002
and then lost World Series with the Astros.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
against
right.
Atlanta last year.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah,
Christ. that was
took 5
Took a
hours.
long way, but we got there.
Hey, there we go.
all that work
We
you
figured
did
that
getting there.
But no, I think he deserved that more than anybody else on that team. Dusty Baker basically got handed a championship team on a silver platter, and he guided them to a World Series. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. Sure. The Astros took care of business. They were the best team in baseball all season long. I think it was pretty obvious from the start of the season until the end of the season.
The Dodgers were good in the regular season.
Yeah, but they're always good in the regular season.
It's true.
They need a Mickey Mouse.
Oh
postseason.
boy.
They need a Mickey Mouse postseason to win a World Series, though.
That's true.
Just like the Lakers.
We can talk basketball. I don't want to talk basketball. I don't want to talk hockey.
For 1 second, I do want to talk about basketball just real quick, though.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about it long, but we need to talk about these Cavs.
Dude, Cavs, yes.
Yuck.
Fucking the Cavs are doing great, but can we talk about all these teams tanking for this Victor Wembanyama? You cannot tell me the Warriors are not tanking right now. And I am telling you right now, if the Warriors end up with that dude on their team,
NBA's
I'll
rigged.
never watch the NBA again. Ever. Done.
I agree.
Done.
Now watch the Detroit basketball Pistons end up with
I'm
Victor.
okay with that. As long as he doesn't end up on the damn Warriors or the Lakers, I'm cool with it. But it just looked like the Dude, if the
Pretty
Lakers...
good chance of the Lakers getting them.
Oh, yeah,
No,
seriously.
no, dude, the Lakers pick belongs to the Pelicans this year.
Oh, that's a good point.
yeah.
You're right.
So,
Anthony Davis.
yeah, I mean, it could
Man,
be,
the Lakers look bad.
I mean, that'd be pretty sweet to see him end up on the Pelicans.
We could talk about
Him playing next to Zion. Ooh.
We could talk boxing. Jake Paul called out Canelo. He's gonna get slapped. Paul's a real boxer, dude. I watched that fight versus Spider versus Silva.
God.
He's good, dude.
I'm just such a hater.
But why did Silva stop fighting? Like he just like literally was like, all right, you got it.
I don't think he did. No, that was a solid fight. He landed some punches. He got knocked down right towards the end. That was a good fight. A, and B, like, if Paul wasn't a YouTuber, if he was just a nobody, and he came out here and slapped Tyrone Woodley, beat Silva, beat all these guys that he's been facing, like, we'd be like, oh shit, this guy is a boxer. This guy is a professional boxer. If you take away all that YouTube stuff, all the celebrity stuff, like, he is a legit pro fighter. Now, I don't think he's on Canelo's level, who is one of the best of all time.
I want to see it.
And he's going to get
But I want to see it on a not Logan Paul card. I want to see it on a regular boxing card, like a real boxing card.
But that would be the
Not
main
this,
event.
Like, not this like joke of let's.
I don't want to
bring in
see
bum fights from the freaking streets and have them for the opening cards. Like,
You're right. I don't want to see Le'Veon Bell and Adrian Peterson as the
Exactly.
undercard. You're right.
No.
You're right. But like, what Canelo's the second or maybe first like highest paid fighter of all time?
Yeah.
Behind Gypsy King.
yeah,
So I don't know. I think that's an insane call out to be like,
big
hey,
money
Canelo.
match. It's a big money match.
He's not that great. He couldn't even help his brother defeat Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship in Saudi Arabia. Like, I don't know what you talking about, man.
He's not that good.
He's a bum.
I thought
He's a bum.
he was a college wrestler.
Yeah, you know, in real wrestling, he couldn't do anything. So
He's a bum.
No, but I'm excited to see what his next fight is. I mean, we'll find out in a year or 6 months or whatever he's going to fight in, but
I mean, I am interested in it because
He's good, dude.
When he first started fighting, I was just like, oh yeah, this is all rigged. He's a YouTube
Yeah, it was
star. I
just
don't
a
care. This is
sideshow.
stupid. And then now he just keeps racking them up, and I'm like, all right, well, either this is rigged really good or this dude's actually got something.
no, yeah. He's like a hard puncher too. Like he's got legit power. It's fun to watch. Like it's fun to like hate him and hope he gets his shit kicked in and hope he gets knocked out.
Right?
Whatever,
But if he doesn't, then I mean, you got to give him a little respect.
exactly, and I think he's earned it.
All right. So boxing, we got that, taken care of.
Hockey,
Cavs,
Red Wings
man.
are great.
The Cavs, I'm
Not
going
great,
to enjoy watching
Hey.
the Cavs this. We don't have to talk about it much because I don't want to put Greggy to sleep either.
God, the
again.
Cavs are so fun to
But
watch.
this team is so
Oh.
fun to watch. And
Did you hear what LeBron
Donovan
said?
Mitchell came in.
What did LeBron say?
Did you hear what LeBron said last night?
What did LeBron say last night?
LeBron was like, man, you look at that roster and it just looks like a bunch of kids that just love to come play ball. These kids ain't on social media, talk about what they got,
A
what
bunch
they
of kids.
do.
A bunch of kids from Akron.
Did you want me
Did
to
you see what
translate
else
that?
he said?
What?
He said that he called Kevin Love a grandpa.
Yeah, that was the last thing he said.
Yeah, and I got a nice laugh. But you want me to translate what LeBron said?
I want to play in Cleveland.
Shit, I shouldn't have left there.
No,
can't wait to come back
what he
next
said
year.
was he shouldn't have signed that damn extension.
Yeah.
in the
Hey,
offseason.
they
Seriously.
said, what does it say that next year he's got the option or
He's
whatever?
got a player option for
So-
next year.
So he can
Yeah,
bounce
but
next
Bronny's
year.
going to have to go there.
Nah, I don't think that's as big of a deal as everybody's making out.
You don't think so? You don't
I
think
really don't.
LeBron wants to play with his kid?
I don't think it's as big of a deal. I don't think he'll like manipulate the NBA to
100% he will.
Here's why. Is he still the same player that controls the landscape of the NBA? No,
Yes.
he's not. He really is not. If he was, then what have the Lakers been doing for the last 2 years?
They've been starting Russell Westbrook, and that's your problem.
Nothing, man.
Dude's-
He's just
dude
been-
is so washed.
He's been waiting to go back to Cleveland, so he don't care about LA.
That's a good point.
I don't think Cleveland needs LeBron anymore. I
I don't think they
Maybe
need him at all.
LeBron needs
They do
Cleveland.
not
right?
need to bring LeBron into that right now.
Absolutely, Greg. I really do think LeBron needs Cleveland for sure.
And I would love to have him. I don't care.
I,
man.
I would
love
take
it.
him back in a heartbeat.
I
I'm
love
just
it.
saying.
Well,
I don't think they want
LeBron
him back.
LeBron
No,
doesn't
LeBron-
need anything. He doesn't need anybody.
LeBron would come in with the chemistry they've got going and be like, all right, guys, we're going to do this now. And it would change everything that they've done.
Not
and
with
what they've
JB.
got.
You're
So
right.
I don't think he would do that with
he would do
JB.
that.
You're right, Zach. LeBron doesn't need anything, but I feel like LeBron wants Cleveland. That's for sure.
Maybe, yeah. He's just a kid from Akron.
Oh yeah,
Kid from Akron.
love it, love it. Come on back home, baby.
But
I'm for it.
but he's gonna play with Bronny though. That's 100% going to be like.
Dude, I hope so. 'Cause that's awesome.
I don't know how
There's
good.
people saying he's going to play with both of them, Bronny and Bryce.
Let's go.
I don't know about that.
Play forever.
Well, I don't know
There's
how.
people saying Bryce is better than Bronny.
I don't know how good Bronny is.
Bryce is better than Bronny. Bryce is taller than Bronny.
Sounds like you guys are talking about paper towels. Bryce
The
is better than
quilted
Brownie.
quick pick her up.
Bronny.
No, it's Bryce.
Joke of the
Oh, yeah.
day goes to Greg.
Greg gets the Dad Joke of the Day award. All right, I think that's pretty much it.
Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but it's almost 10 o'clock. I've had to pee for like the last 30 minutes from all that Mountain Dew.
Yeah, let's wrap this up before
Joey
the Browns
went-
come up.
Joey wouldn't come on our podcast because he thinks we're going to take 3.5 hours every Monday.
Yep. So I'm just trying to make sure these podcasts.
Is that why
are a little
Joey's
bit
not
more-
here?
Call him out right now. Yeah, Joey, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, we're talking to you.
Don't piss him
Sucker.
off. He'll bust out the murder banana.
No, that's Aaron. Oh, yeah. You got the murder banana. Maybe Aaron will let Joey borrow it, though, I'm sure.
Doesn't
They
Antonio
did-
Brown have
both
the murder
of them
banana?
did say they were on next week, though.
Isn't that the hot tub with Antonio
Oh,
Brown?
yeah?
what do we want to do next week, guys?
Where the murder banana's at?
I think we did the chips thing. We did the pop thing. We did Halloween candy.
Still got pizza. Still got chicken sandwiches to do.
Say, yeah, we can
Chicken
We
sandwiches.
can talk it
I've
over.
brought this up so many times, and I think you just ignore me,
But
which
see,
is okay.
here's the thing: chicken sandwiches. We don't have Chick-fil-A here.
It's what
We
a
don't have a
Philly.
Popeyes here, so we can't really do that.
That's a
as
phenomenal
a fair
point.
contest. You know, like those are the two contenders.
Chicken tender.
We'll have to send Eric live on the scene and be like, Eric's over at Chick-fil-A right now, guys. What do you think about that sandwich, Eric? What kind of grade do you give it?
Yeah, we'll have
if you
one
wanna-
person from each location.
If you want a
Except-
Popeyes chicken sandwich, you're gonna have to send me on Sunday because that's how long it's gonna take to get through the drive-through.
Bro,
well,
what if,
and
get
then
a
you gotta make
sandwich.
sure you eat it in your car with your doors locked.
I was going to say, what if we just want
Who's
to...
gonna steal the chicken sandwich?
What if we went to these places and just recorded us eating the chicken and grating it there? And then we played that next Monday. We're like, here's the places that we couldn't get to tonight.
When we want to have a 15-minute bathroom break or whatever, we play a mid-roll.
When we're looking up how many World Series appearances the managers had, we'll go ahead and play that.
That was
Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Media right there.
Yeah,
Love it.
we need to queue up Jeopardy music as a hotkey for stuff like that right there.
I've been talking about pizza
We
too.
talked
See,
about
I would
local- he
love
didn't-
to do
he didn't wanna do local
stuff,
pizza because he
but I don't want to offend. I don't want to piss off.
So let's
any
not
local
rank
places.
them. Let's.
No, I mean,
Well, that's kind of what we do, I guess.
Blind
I don't
taste
know,
test.
I like-
Blind taste test doesn't rank.
I like ranking. I like guessing. It's all fun to me, man.
Are we gonna do?
I like pizza.
I like pizza.
We could do fast food cookies. That's the one to do.
There's one thing we could do. You know,
I just wanna-
everybody does pizza, but what about garlic bread?
Ooh, like
Who's got the
breadsticks.
best garlic bread?
Oh, well,
That's something where, honestly, if a pizza place gets offended by that, well, then just get better garlic bread. I don't
The
know.
answer's
what to tell you.
Marco's.
I don't know.
no,
what to
the
tell
answer
you.
is Little Caesars.
I'm not going to be offended by
Little
you know,
Caesars does have some good.
Look,
Dude,
what,
those
the
crazy
crazy bread?
bread,
It's
yeah.
so good. I just had
Oh,
Little Caesars this weekend.
underrated.
I was talking about the actual like garlic cheese.
No,
bread,
no,
or
no, no.
Italian cheesy bread that
Yeah,
they
the
have.
cheesy sticks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man, the crazy stick,
And Sundays.
The
You have
crazy
to get
bread,
out on Saturday and have it be 2 days old.
Let it marinate.
the crazy bread is good. It's a good filler. It's good to be
The
like,
the
I want
crazy
something
bread,
to eat,
like,
but I don't crave that
Hot?
stuff.
No. Like that might be like my top tier fast food item of all time is like Little Caesars crazy bread. If it's like warm, fresh out the oven, I don't think you get better than that.
Really?
It's so good.
This guy has
You know
lost
what I
his
miss?
goddamn mind.
I really miss when Pizza Hut used to have. They used to have this pasta dish. It was like cava tappi pasta or whatever. I don't know what it was, but they used to come with these little sides of garlic bread. They were just little slices of garlic bread, like you would buy from, you buy the box of garlic bread and you put it in the oven, for 5 minutes or whatever when you make spaghetti.
Sure.
But this garlic bread with cheese on it, with their marinara sauce, I don't know. It just hit all the right flavor zones for me. I used to love it. And they don't have it anymore.
I like the idea of
years.
ranking fast food desserts.
Ooh.
Yeah, but that's
Like-
hard to do because
You get like a McFlurry,
it's
you get a
gonna melt.
cookie
Yeah,
from
but it's gonna be
here,
melted. It's gonna melt.
you get a lava cake from Domino's.
But
You know
it'll
what I
be
mean?
cold.
I don't care. We ate cold ice cream, or we ate warm
How
ice
about
cream the
desserts
first
Let's
week.
throw some ideas out.
That might be a
we
little.
did eat cold ice cream, that's for sure.
I said
be a
warm
little-
ice cream. We ate warm ice cream the first week we did this taste test and stuff.
That could get a little complicated just because you're changing like the medium of each thing. Like you're getting
Yes.
a
I
lava cake,
understand
you're
what
getting a
you
cookie,
mean.
You're getting a milkshake.
But also, I don't know. Like
He's like,
be
I just
better.
want the desserts, man.
Do like Cinesticks from each place?
See, that's the
Let's throw out some ideas.
You know what's funny
Get
is like
some
every
Twitter poll.
pizza place.
Get some votes going.
Yeah, we definitely need to get a poll up. People need to give us some ideas, man.
Yeah, we need
what do you
some
guys want to see?
ideas and then create a poll.
It's just funny to me because like pizza places are like, hey, here's a big round disc of bread. Oh, what do you got for sides? Oh, more
Bread.
How about some more bread with cheese on it?
Well, we got this bread with butter and cinnamon.
Let me tell you what,
No,
though.
hold
It
on a
works.
minute. What you got to give some credit to some of these places though, like East Chicago and their peanut butter and jelly pizza. Now that's a dessert right there, brother. I tell you.
I'll tell you.
Get out of here with
right
your
now.
cinnamon sticks. Give me
I'll
that
tell
PB&J
you-
pizza.
Woo,
buddy.
I
PB&J
say.
pizza. That's some good stuff.
I can't read some of these.
Yeah, they haven't really changed much.
Austin's just drooling over how jacked Kirk Cousins is, so I told her she needs to calm it down.
Well, you're drooling over hot pictures of my sister, so stop it.
Woo! Quit having a hot sister.
Hey, hot photos of whose sister?
Oh yeah.
All right, I think that's pretty much going to do it. You guys got anything else before we go?
Yeah,
I always enjoy the Pulse podcast live
yeah.
Mondays at 8 p.m.
ish.
Ish.
Like, follow, and subscribe.
Yeah, you forgot all that stuff, Zach.
Are we doing?
Yeah,
Are we
like
still doing
plugging-
TikToks?
Yeah.
We need to. We're doing some short reels now.
If I could figure out how to make them like you do, I think
Well-
we'd have multiple ones every week.
Well,
but
then let's do a let's get a Office Premiere Pro account, and then I'll be an intern, and we'll do that.
let's do it. I was actually thinking about getting a Creative Cloud, just doing the whole thing. I mean, we already use what?
Business decision.
What do we use? Motion Array? That's already an Adobe product, right?
No, we use After Effects.
After Effects.
Yeah.
That's an
After
Adobe
Effects
product.
is,
There's
yeah.
a
So,
I was wondering what we had included in our subscription, honestly. Like, but I have to look into that.
yeah.
Yeah,
so-
and I would love to like kind of share what I know about, because I mean I've been using Adobe products for now. This is my 8th year using them, so I'd love to.
I love Adobe Audition. I'm just going to be honest. That's my favorite sound editing software.
Premiere Pro, industry standard for editing stuff. After Effects, phenomenal.
Nice. Well, maybe we'll think about making that investment. Business decision.
Tax write off.
There you go. All right. That's pretty much going to do it. I want to give a special, huge shout out to Christy Davis for womaning the competition, making sure everything is in order.
It's
That was way
I don't want to
smoother.
say.
I was like, I don't want to say
serving us
something wrong
drinks.
here.
Thank you, Christy, for giving
Thank
us
you,
our
Christy,
drinks.
for giving us our drinks. You were awesome as usual.
Thank
and
you.
We really appreciate you keeping everything in order for us. I know, for real. So thank you.
We don't want
really-
to snafu like 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Not this guy.
As long as I'm not in charge, everything will be okay. Big thanks and a shout out to Greg Kinn, of course, as always, the wizard, keeping us live and on the air. And thanks to Eric Hall for gathering the Mountain Dew and the cups and all the stuff.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew, Chip.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew,
Chip,
Dad.
jacked up a Mountain Day.
Come at you like a spider monkey.
Didn't you get that picture rolled up there? There it is. Come on, Chip. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
What a good movie.
And a huge shout out, thank you to Zach Dillon for coming on with us once again. We missed you last week, Zach.
I missed you guys.
All right, well, hey, you don't want to miss another episode. Make sure you set your reminders every Monday, 8 o'clock, the Pulse Podcast. Thanks for tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports. Like, follow, subscribe on all of our platforms. Share the video. Have a great night, everybody.